Hello everyone, and welcome to Twitch Slays DnD. Thank you everyone so much for joining us today. I am, as announcements, I am doing just a little bit better, so you guys know. I still am supposed to be wearing the sling, but that's okay. I have one arm that can move this arm.
Can you say that first sentence again?
I'm fine. I have a sling.
Yeah? That you should be wearing?
No, I actually cannot wear it while I'm sitting. As long as I don't sleep without it, because that's when injury can happen.
Okay.
So as you guys can see, I can move this hand here, but if I want to move a hand here, it then goes over there. Anyways, nothing crazy tonight. Oh, I forgot. Oh, happy birthday, Gianna.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Gianna.
Happy birthday!
Look, I'm a pretty princess. No.
Why would you give me your dice? Unless you're being serious, then I'll take it.
I ignore that.
That was really rude.
Oh no! But
It's fine.
No, I wanted you to have the dice.
That's
We birthday
You're lying.
Take it. It's
Are you
yours.
serious?
Happy birthday.
Are you serious?
Birthday.
Don't say that to me.
Happy birthday! Oh yeah!
He gave her one of his many
birthday.
I
hundreds
love
of
a
dice.
D20.
Yeah!
I'm gonna use this one tonight.
Perfect.
Oh, screenshot. Oh, fuck.
All right, everyone. Previously on Twitch Slays D&D, what happened was the group just made their way into Pottsfield. Upon just chilling inside Israfel's place where he found all of his information and found a cool little wand and where he became a wizard, you were looking up and saw a familiar reddish hue in the sky, something far more familiar and sinister than you would have thought previously. After getting an urge of, like a cold sweat of discomfort, they rushed into the town where they could see a massive beam of dark energy pulsing from the center. There was a massive wave that knocked everybody out who has not experienced it before, or you guys fortunately made your saves in the your con saves, so our two new members of the party who have not met Caster before did not go unconscious. The skeletons in the nearby proximity, those that are used in the town of Pottsfield as humble workers, were in fact mind-controlled by this beast known as Caster. Caster was a former god-like entity that brought themselves down to the world that the party defeated once before, but this time around had a chance to manifest into Father Reinhardt, the person that this party has saved in the past. He found his way here, and this is where Caster resided. In that fight, the skeletons turned into a bone golem, grabbed Nova, and then pulled her down into a well, where she began to suffocate as it consumed any spell that she tried to cast from within while it was holding onto her body. After fading to white and blacking out as it seemed, she appeared in a different dimension where she could see all 7 of her, what were once ethereal beings, now looked normal to her, and now she is the ethereal being, as if she is the one out of place. After having a conversation with Alara, the eldest of the 7 sisters, and convincing her to bestow some power in her to make sure that Caster is defeated, she emerged from the well, defeating Caster, blowing massive holes through him with her Eldritch Blast.
Is Caster, like, for sure dead now? Because, like, the death didn't kill him before.
That's true, because you can only kill a god if you kill all of their followers.
This old man was his last one,
So if there's
right?
like a book about Caster, someone reads it, becomes a follower, he's back.
Could we alternatively turn their followers into not followers?
It's never been done before. Killing a god is such a very, very difficult thing that has only been done once every so often eons. You only kill a demigod.
Demigod.
You killed the same one twice. But anyways, Nova was asked and tasked to kill the final follower, who was the one who was embodying the demon of Caster. After the body of Caster's form fell, out emerged a unconscious Father Reinhardt, in which Nova promptly blasted him into pieces.
Respectfully, beat the shit out of him.
He died immediately.
Yeah.
With 2 Eldritch Blasts blasting his body into a million pieces. This is the one that got all over the wall of force that Israfel put up. And it had some nice, beautiful gold all over the wall. Eventually, once he was defeated, the entire town woke up. And confused, they saw Israfel, who was supposed to be on a religious journey for 2 years. He came back early, and no questions asked yet. They took them into the sermon gave a very secular speech to the town, stalling while they can repair whatever happened out in the courtyard. And then they had a feast. We are going to leave off after the feast has taken place. Everyone has talked and enjoyed a nice bowl of porridge, essentially. And Israfel,
Yes?
you are going to be brought in. You are going to be speaking with the council, the elders' council tonight. You guys are all sitting with Brother Zan, which is his biological brother. You guys are sitting waiting outside of the church. You have been brought in, and there's going to be a small part in the council where you may speak. So we are going to leave off there. You guys can roll perceptions to see if maybe you can hear something, but Brother Zan is going to be keeping you guys company.
13.
16.
16.
What does that mean?
That's the first roll of the day. Natural 20.
Congratulations,
Oh,
Wolf Boy.
damn.
You have advantage on this.
Oh, what's the
I rolled an 8.
advantage? What am I rolling advantage for?
Because you're hearing.
'Cause I'm here.
He already got a nat
I got
20.
that 20.
Double the 20s, baby.
Oh,
I didn't get a double
20,
20.
25. Sounds
Double
great.
20s, you hear
So
everything in the room.
25.
yeah.
Okay.
And in the past.
I have a plus 10 perception.
Only 20 vision.
Thank you, Patrick. All right, Israfel, we are going to leave off. You are standing in the center of the chamber where you have 5 different figures. Before you, you see relatively aged individuals. You have your familiar Father Larch, who is one of the high members of the council. You have Father Zachariah, Mother Eunice, Mother Miriam, and Father Nicodemus.
I've not seen him in a while.
He doesn't come out very often. He's the eldest. of
How's
the
he
bunch.
looking?
I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Hotness check.
No.
He's a
Hotness check. Hotness.
Give me a hotness check on Nicodemus.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, that's gone.
Unknowably attractive.
Unknowably
It's
attractive.
hard to say.
For a 90-year-old man,
He's like Willem Dafoe. It's hard to
Is
say.
he willing to fall?
a 90-year-old William Dafoe is sitting before you on this council. They sit high
That's a 10. That's a 10.
They have a panel before you where you are standing lower than them as they all sit higher.
A bit precocious.
And as you look up to them, the first one to raise their mouth is going to be Father Larch. Can I do the voice?
Can you?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. It sounds a lot like this.
Going into the Mind Palace. Going into the Mind Palace. What voice is it?
Oh man. Yes.
It didn't sound anything like Israfel.
Oh, yeah. Not even a little bit.
He's gonna be the one that does sound like you. Now I'm gonna try to imitate Israfel's.
He does?
He's the only one that does.
We already met Larch.
Yeah, I know, but I fucked up the voice last time, and I really didn't want to imitate Israfel's voice because I suck at it.
Just say alphabet.
Alphabet.
There you go.
Perfect.
Anyways.
Spot on.
It's like if Kermit was really slow at talking.
Alphabet. Oh no. Alphabet.
got it.
We're going to be there.
Okay.
Israfel,
Yes?
your journey around the world, how was it? You found, you spoke with eel matter, is that correct? That is what brings you back to us in this time of adventure.
No, that's, I didn't quite go all the way around the world. We just went a bit north to Faladin.
Faladin, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember you talking like this.
So it was a regional accent this entire time.
Yes, we were able to travel all the way up to Faladin. There we solved a series of assassinations, murders. We were able to reunite a few bodies with their souls. That was a tiring process. I have to check up on a few things later, though, remind me.
You see him, like, taking...
Somewhere you feel goosebumps, Blue. Do you still have that old man's soul stuck in a rock?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, somewhere she feels goosebumps.
Cold shiver down her spine.
Look, there goes in here.
It goes.
This is amazing. Meeting Isra's people explains so much.
Let's see what else. We fought a demi-lich demon man. We thought we killed him. He came back here. We beat him again. I made friends with some fearbolgs, and an Ergenossi, and some teddy bear people, and a tiefling, and a turtle, and a gnome, and a few robots, and a dragon, and just all sorts of people.
You look up to this panel of individuals, and you see Father Large, who's kind of like smiling, but very lost, and just dumbfounded by the experience that have happened in such a short period of time. You look over to the rest of the council, and you kind of see them like almost scratching their heads in confusion. It seems like they're a bit lost, a bit puzzled, misunderstanding the situation. When Mother Eunice chimes in, "So Isra fell. A bit lost what you're saying.
Yes. Yes, Mother Eunice? How can I explain? What did you not follow?
When did you speak with Ilmater? When did you When did you come to religion? When did you come across your powers?"
That's a complicated question.
She's asking what age you get.
Who
you got
the
your
hell
powers.
let you in here?
Oh,
He's always had powers.
Who the hell let you in
So
here?
all of you are sitting just outside.
Got it.
Only those who rolled 15 and above are able to hear. So
I
you
can hear.
you two are able to hear, and you're kind of like keeping tabs on what's going on
Got it.
inside this room. So if you can let the party know if you're like, oh, they're asking this question right now. What's he saying? What's he saying? And then, oh, he's saying this. If you want to relay it back to the party, and then
Gotcha.
Brother Zan is kind of like
Blue,
listening into.
what is going on in there?
so like they're asking a lot of questions about like puberty, I think.
Well, puberty and also.
Something with a P.
Yeah, just.
Penis?
No, he could be talking about that.
We're there so quickly.
So Israfel, there's
Yes.
going to be an evaluation of whether or not you're suitable to come back and regain your membership within our church.
They're saying
Oh.
it's suitable.
Ah.
Is that a thing we do?
It's not very often, but when we had, you understand? Did you understand what happened when you left? That we had a suspension of your
Yes,
time with
yes.
us until you could show that you were already a member of the community.
Yeah, and I'm ready to rejoin the community.
Yes, we understand that you're
Yeah.
trying to rejoin the community, and we would love to have you
I
back.
have a lot to offer.
We see that.
Teleportation powers. I can make a big fireball happen. There's this other thing. It's really cool. Make a big circle. And it's
You
a
get-
lot of holy energy goes up and down.
You get interrupted by.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You get interrupted by which one is it? Zachariah.
Oh, fucking Zechariah.
Yeah, he's not the greatest
I
guy.
hate Zechariah. Fuck that.
So you're saying you didn't understand the process? You didn't become a cleric? You didn't feel that divine energy with God? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes,
Small gasps in the council.
that's correct.
Israfel, yes. Can we have a small recess, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, Father Lurch. Did I do something wrong?
No, we need to speak with you.
Wait, is that Larch?
Yes,
Okay.
good. I'm trying.
That was the original Larch.
What's
Yeah.
happening now?
Okay, Bott. So I think. Okay, so they're talking about in order for him to rejoin this cult, he has to show them something.
Not a cult.
It's something
They have
about
bone
they were
people.
talking about like in connection with God, and it sounds
Yeah.
like Israel didn't have
And
that.
something about going up and down and up and down
And
and some
people-
magical holes.
They
Yeah.
agreed to have a recess, and they talk. And Father Larch pulls you up to the side, and he's like, Israfel, what the heck, man?
What?
I thought you said you spoke with God.
No,
Nope,
well,
that's his dad.
I mean, yes. I mean, I don't really know. He didn't actually introduce himself.
So you're saying that you did not learn how to become a cleric?
No, I've never been a cleric. That's why you sent me out in the world.
Yes, okay. Why did you tell them that?
Well, I thought it was bad to lie.
You see him go, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
good
surprised
one.
there's not a zone of truth in there. Should get one.
Well, the thing is, when you do that, they're able to understand when you're lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Give me a second.
Is his family picking on him?
Family's not in there.
I don't think his family's in there, but
Do I need to crack some skulls?
it sounds like he doesn't like this guy named
Zachariah.
Zachariah. Sounds like there's some real tension between them.
Sounds like, yeah. Now I think that the old...
You're standing into a different spot, and you guys hear Father Larch. Father Larch goes back up, and he starts kind of like talking to him for just a moment. And you guys who rolled pretty well, you're gonna hear them say like he needs to do a trial, he needs to prove that he is worthy of coming back into the church, and
Bitch, we're farmers.
Farming is a hard
a
life.
suitable member of society.
Okay.
And you're gonna hear a familiar voice of Zachariah, who's asking, he did not fit in before. Will he fit in now? This kid was weird then, still kind of weird now. What can a year change? After a bit of bickering back and forth and Father Larch defending the situation of Israfel, you eventually hear them say like, I'll go get him. So he comes back in. Israfel.
Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to now?
Mother Eunice.
Okay.
That one has been the same one the
Okay.
whole time at least.
You remind me so much of Larch from last episode.
No, this is Larch. There's a difference.
Is it?
No, it's not. Was Larch from the last one? That was imposter Larch.
Hey, you change your accent mid like campaign.
It's
So you
been-
have no room to talk.
It's been 7 days. I can't remember what they sound like. Guys, I'm disabled. Why are you making fun of me? I'm trying my best.
You are.
We love you.
You are. I love
There,
it.
that's better.
I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Oh, there's the pencil.
Let us know if you need a hand.
Always.
Never has there been silence louder than that one.
Israfel.
Yes, Eunice.
So we were speaking with each other, and
Good.
we would like to see the powers and potential that you can offer us as a society, and whether or not you would fit back in with the group.
Oh, I'd love to help there.
We want to see how well you do with others.
Oh no. It's not my strong suit. I could read a book. That might help us. I don't know. I'm trying to play to my strengths here, Eunice. You know this.
Roll me a. I just want a straight charisma.
Oh, it's low, baby.
It's a flat roll, baby.
Oh, it's a 14.
Oh.
We can see what your place is in society. There's a chance that you can fit in somewhere around here. We haven't had quite a place for you yet. We're still working on it. We're a little surprised to see you back so soon.
Yeah.
We've never had anyone, as you know, we've never had anyone return sooner than the 2-year mark. That's an impressive number.
Thank you.
We've never had anyone return with friends.
I was gonna get approval, but there was the whole demon happen.
We understand what happened just outside. We are in the chance of discussion. This was just a few hours ago. You know how it is sometimes. Anyways, there will be a set of trials that will be taken care of. We want to see your abilities that can help take care of the church.
Okay.
And a familiar, you uncomfortable at the sound of Zachariah's voice again. And we also want to see what your plans are when you live here. When are you planning on? Are you living here now? Are you planning on coming back? Do you expect to finish your two-year trial, or are you just gonna stay now? What are you gonna do with your friends? We still haven't understand why you brought them back in the first place. We're still working on figuring out why they're here.
I have money to give to you guys. I got like 4,000 gold. I didn't know if you wanted some of it.
See them kind of looking around like.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if we can spend it on anything here. Do you want me to go get something?
You look at
Like a plow? Or a big horse?
you look over and see Father Nicodemus. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My handwriting has not been great.
It's fine. I've known Nicodemus since I was young,
Yes.
and he was old.
Yeah, he looked like he was 90 when you met him.
It was crazy. Hasn't aged today, and by that he has aged many days.
So he is wonderful.
You see him kind of like, who seemed very like lounged back in his chair, kind of listening, and he then like perks up, and you hear almost, you can't tell if it's the chair he's sitting in that creaks or if it's him. And when he does move a little bit, the rest of the members of the council kind of go silent for a second. Israfel,
Yes?
where did you come across all these funds?
we stopped a war. And
You
then,
and
yeah, all of
that
us. Yes.
stopped a war.
Yes.
Well, persuasion check.
I'm not lying.
I mean,
Persuasion is an exception.
Blue did the heavy
That's a
lifting. You just carried the
19.
torch.
A 19. I've seen what wars can do. They're not good for any kind.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
I respect your stance. You've done a good thing. You claim to have spoken with God. I would like to speak with you.
I don't know if that's true.
I would like to speak with you personally.
Okay.
After this is over, when your trial is complete, I would like a chance or a moment to speak with you.
Okay.
And he looks over to the faces of the rest, and like you see Father Larch, who's kind of like, very excited. And the other ones are kind of like confused and a little stunned, as if they're seeing Nicodemus, who doesn't speak very often. It takes a lot of energy to form anything. And the fact that he's interested in taking on this case it seems beyond their norm, if that makes sense. And he then creaks over, and the rest of them are all kind of like they all sit back and begin giving like silent approvals. Like if this is what you want, he is the high leader of the church. This is what is being asked, then this is what I'll accept. So Israfel, for the time being, I would ask that you and your friends please enjoy your time here around Pottsfield.
Thank you.
We will be coming across a trial to test your time and your heart and your
Magic.
magic. Yes. In the meantime, please tend to whatever, enjoy your family, and say hello to those that you have missed. We will get back to you shortly.
That sounds okay. Thank you.
Creak.
Goodbye.
And you see a dissatisfied but relenting Father Zachariah, and everyone is, and then again Father Larch. And you guys kind of hear him conclude. You guys, who were the highest between the two of you?
Me.
You rolled a natural 20.
You rolled a natural 20.
Not 20.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you rolled the highest.
25 in total.
25 with a crit, I'll say. You can only make up a few words of what the old man is saying, but you're able to hear a little bit more, and you can see like, okay, so you guys, you have a sigh of relief as you have a chance. You're like, okay, I think we're off the hook for a minute. I think we can just breathe, because that was heckin' weird. And at this point in time, you're gonna hear Israfel exit the same way that you left, right where you guys are sitting, and you guys are now standing outside the elders' chambers.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Isra, were they
Yes?
bullying you? You okay?
No. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
It sounded like they stopped the ceremony thing. You had to take it. Was there some problems or anything? Or
What?
did you have to clear up anything?
No, everything's fine. They just want to make sure I have not been corrupted by the Fae.
Oh.
What's wrong
What is
with
up with the Fae?
What's
They're
wrong with the
awful.
Fae? The Fae are not awful.
Yeah.
You see your brother kind of staring at you, kind of confused, like, so like
I
was it
thought
cool
we
in there?
got
What
over
happened?
this.
What? No.
They're not-
Yeah, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to have a trial. I think they want me to throw a party or something to do with working with people. Not my strongest suit. I recommended reading a book, but yes, no, I'm gonna regret this.
I
Yes,
can teach
Nova.
you some tips.
Okay.
Do you want any tips on like how to throw a party or like be around other people? Like what are we thinking?
We can help you throw it.
Yeah.
I'll cater it.
So like,
I
what do
can
you say?
dance.
We have dances, like we do that off from
Yeah.
time to time. Yeah, we
What
have.
kind of
It's really
dances
fun.
do they do around here?
Well, we'll be doing the robot.
It's a typical
Do
group
you have a
activity. You
pole?
guys.
What?
Yeah, I mean, sure, we could find like yeah, I've got like
It's like a bone pole.
No, we
Is it a
got-
bone pole.
no, we have plenty. Like,
Pole
if,
of bones.
Pervert.
I'm totally missing the point here. Like, we've got poles like they're usually attached to like rakes or shovels or something like that.
Oh,
like,
God.
what kind of?
No, we don't need a pole. What?
Well, what
Not
Bott's
this-
suggesting is that we'd have a pole, kind of like a stripper pole.
No, not for a
And
pole.
naked ladies.
So yeah, you know, not being clothed is a normal thing. You know, like everyone doesn't get clothed when they bathe. But like, what's a stripper?
Okay.
It's a
so,
lady.
Oh, I get it.
Isra, why don't I can teach you some little things of how to.
Hey, is it normal? Do people outside our area like yell all the time? Is that like what they do?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I've never experienced outside the walls, so like this is new for me.
Deception check.
How is that a deception? It's 100%
We always
true.
yell.
You always yell.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, it happens. This is weird. So, so what do you want to do? Like, what did they say in there? Like, what do you? What do they have to do?
We're gonna have a trial later. Maybe a party. Don't know yet. We'll see when it comes.
I can help you.
I don't think it's actually gonna be a party.
Look up.
Okay, I recognize this. Thank you. So
Okay.
I think I've just got time to relax. What have you been up to lately?
You know, I've been up to my studies as it is. You know, it's been a long time. You know what it was like when you had to.
What have you learned?
Oh man. So I finally I made it like high enough rank down to where I can finally access like some of the older stuff, and it's been interesting. You know, like we
Yeah.
start reading about like what Ilmater did. You guys ever hear about like the war between the gods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
been there, done that.
Hot dang, that's crazy. It's crazy stuff. I was
We
learning all of
literally
that.
stopped a war, okay? Like, we're much farther than that.
Okay, you know
I've
what?
only ever heard of one.
We contributed to stopping the war.
Yeah.
We can't take a lot of
I
credit.
did a
for
lot
that
of heavy
one.
lifting with that one, guys.
We kind of just got shot at and said we stopped the war.
This sounds. Do you want to like say hi to your family? Or, like,
I
what's?
do. Yeah. How are they?
Oh, they're doing good. They're doing good.
I know we chatted a little over dinner.
Well, Dad's been a little weird recently.
Oh.
You know how stubborn he is sometimes.
I do.
Yeah, he does his best, but like he's always been wanting to like. Age hits him weird, you know.
it does.
He was like doing good, you know, doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, in the year that you left, remember like right before you were gone, like he thought he could pull the plow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's trying still, but like.
Do we still have access to Reynolds Olds?
To what?
Reynolds Olds?
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course.
Okay, good. We're still treating those well?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go say hi.
Yes.
You know, like everyone should be just getting ready for bed. Is just after everyone exited the meal, everyone went back to home, and there's like a period of time that's meant for like family time, and there's a period of time designated throughout the day for families to sit on their porch and communicate, almost like a block party every evening, where they can just talk and mingle and prepare, because they have to be up early the next morning. You guys go to the main area where you see all the housing, where most of the housing is at. All these, I don't want to call them huts, but very humble cottages.
Aww.
Cozy.
Everyone has everyone's got like either some form of rocking chair out front on their porch, or they have a form of I don't know, it's like the swing benches. There's plenty of places to sit and for comfort,
It
and
looks like a goddamn Cracker Barrel.
I'm gonna go get my stool real quick.
I feel uncomfortable in no Cracker Barrels.
I wonder why.
Cody gets his rocking chair from his cart.
okay, yeah, and you guys are going through, and
They asked my dad if I'm adopted there.
It's fucked up.
Wait, you're adopted?
No! My dad's white.
Oh god.
I'm Asian and white.
Oh, that makes sense.
Continuing.
anyways, back to topic here. You go down a row of familiar roads. It's only been a year, but for you, all the travels and PTSD of all the scary things that you've encountered in a period of time,
All the crimes I've committed.
all the sins. You write sins, not tragedies.
That's true.
You eventually get back to your like home street where there's a little cul-de-sac down every little lane. Once you get down, you get to this final bit of the neighborhood with just cul-de-sacs everywhere, and you see your final like childhood street.
Wow, this looks so homey.
It is. It's very nice here.
Yeah, it's a home. You know, just
Is this
It must be nice.
home?
Yes.
Oh.
It is.
That one
I
just got me.
live there.
Oh my gosh, Isra, you didn't tell me you have a brown house.
All the houses are brown.
All the houses.
Well, no, that one's a little tan though. That one was the most recent.
It's dirt brown.
It's
It makes sense now.
That
Oh
one
my
looks
gosh,
more
you
like
bury
a
yourself
yard
in the
mouse.
dirt because it feels like home.
No, because
In a
it's
dirt brown house.
It's safe there.
It's his favorite color.
I didn't know
Very
that.
weird.
Your favorite
Yeah,
color.
That's your favorite
that's
color.
the. Yeah, do you remember the Abrams?
Yes.
Yeah, the Abrams, the little kid. He got a little more excited. And he kind of found that he thought it'd be fun, and the parents are so nice. They just decided to let him like. It's actually mud, so he took a type of dirt. Yeah, yeah. It actually. We're actually kind of thinking about doing more of it because it actually stops a little bit of the wind flow. The drafts are stopping.
Really?
You know how cold it gets sometimes.
That's
Yeah, when the
crazy.
wind comes in, it's rough. So
That's
yeah.
smart.
It seems effective.
for him.
He just thought it looked cool, and the parents were super supportive, and we just never thought of it. So like we're kind of, if you look at, with the new neighborhoods, they have some of the newest stuff, but like you know, your sister, she's in our
How's she doing? How's she doing?
She's good. She just has one of the new houses as well. So fortunately,
Where is she living?
it should be just a few blocks from me. You want to check it out first, or?
Not uninvited. No, she's got her own thing.
I mean, this is the this is the time to do it. You guys want to? I mean, all we can say out of fam.
I'd rather see mother and father.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he's
Don't tell her you said that.
He's been giving the clerics a piece of the clerics have given a piece of his mind because he comes in needing for like some extra healing every day because every time he tries to pick up the lift, he's just not as you'll see him.
Why do we even bother being necromancers when father's gonna keep doing this?
You know, Dad. He's just he's like that. You get to the front door, and the familiar spot. Nothing's unlocked, so you just opens up, and you hear everyone roll a perception check for me.
Natural 20.
13.
A natural 20.
Oh wow.
I rolled an 11.
These dice are getting loaded tonight.
16.
From the back room, you see a man who is sitting in like a reclined position on a pseudo couch. This one has been custom fit and worn.
But I'm a little overstimulated by everyone in the village.
Fortunately, Bott, you get inside and it starts to slow down for a bit. You know, you had a lot of people waving to you and saying hi. A lot of people were kind of confused. A lot of kids were kind of getting like staring, and then parents were kind of like, no, you know, every time that they did that. And
I take a deep breath.
okay, fair enough. You see your dad, who is description of a man who might have thrown his back out and is trying to rest. So he's laying prone on a couch that is all made of hay with a light draping of cloth around it. Israfel, is that you?
It is, father. Stay where you are. You have trouble with your back.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm good here.
Okay.
Hey! Whoa! I didn't think we've ever seen you again.
It's only been a year.
Well, I know, but like, it's my son. He just came home.
Yes, Zan's here too.
Well, he comes home every day. Zan, it's good to see you. I'm glad you. Well, nice to see you, brother. Get over here, you scamp.
Oh, can I? I'm gonna run up and give him a gentle hug.
Can I get a hotness check on Isra's dad?
Oh God.
Why do we want to fuck everyone's dad?
He's actively married.
Only not
is
fucking
mine.
Dilf in the campaign.
What do you get?
He is a 4 hot. Man is a little
God.
disheveled,
Thank you.
does not shower as frequently as most people. As you look around, most people in this village don't shower or bathe as frequently.
He does even less than that.
This man hasn't gotten up in 2 days.
Having trouble walking.
So he's a little disheveled right now. My son, it's good to see you. It's been so long.
Thank you. Where's everyone else?
You know, your sister, your sister's married.
Yes.
Your mom should be out talking to the neighbors. Did you not see her out there?
No.
She's been making friends with more neighbors. She's making biscuits for everybody.
Oh, that's so sweet of her.
That's the only thing sweet about them biscuits. Love my wife. Not my wife. Great cook. Not the best baker.
That's fair. She never could figure
It's a
it out.
difference. It's a difference. Only you were the good baker in the family.
Oh,
It's
no,
just,
that's
you
not
fell
true.
far from the chin. We still love you though.
You never told us you cook.
No, I didn't.
He always called it a science and never knew
I
what it
stand
meant.
over by Blackston. I whisper, It's kind of hard to watch the happy family reunion.
I mean, it's still kind of a weird family. I don't know if you're missing much, Bott. Something's going on here.
These are my friends and traveling companions. That shiny one is Bott.
Oh my goodness.
The one with the horns, her name is Nova.
Whoa!
There's Blue.
Come closer, I'm having a tough time seeing.
And then there's the blue one. His name is Blackston.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, I thought that was my eyes playing tricks on me. Oh my goodness.
No, and then there's the turtle.
Is it? Oh my. You know, you look like a turtle, but like a really big turtle.
He is.
And you look, actually I don't know what you look like. We never really, I
She's
don't know.
like a devil person.
Devil,
But she's not a bad person.
All right.
See, devil person in the middle of a religious town?
She looks like
You
one.
have a very lovely cult.
You do look like one.
I'm missing the, you have some weird friends.
I do.
And yeah, but you even brought a kid with you. And he points over to Blue.
Blue goes, what the fuck?
He's just,
I'm a grown-ass
he
woman!
thinks I'm a turtle. It's okay.
You're not a
I can
turtle.
drink!
No, I'm a turtle.
That's what I'm saying,
Different than a
turtle.
turtle.
That's why I said turtle.
I'm gonna fight your dad!
And now I want you to roll me an insight check. Because I want to say something really funny about profanity in language.
Yeah.
If the language doesn't evolve outside of your own area, language is not something that is
23.
intuitive.
Yeah.
What's up?
23.
He actually looks confused. Like he's like, is this person using foreign language with me?
Are they a foreigner?
Because they don't understand what either fuck or ass means.
No. No.
Because
they
that's
There's a donkey.
don't. No, we call those donkeys. That's
This is
a
the
word
perk.
for donkey.
Blue, how do you
Having
feel
an
about
isolated
Isra
area.
taking you home to meet his parents? This is progressing fast.
It really is. His dad thinks I'm a child, so not much to do with that.
Your shots are slim now.
Yeah,
Well, you see,
very
sir,
slim.
Blue here is a halfling. They don't grow very tall. She's a full-grown woman.
No.
wow.
Not a gnome either. Do you even know me?
That is a talking turtle. I don't know if I'm gonna get past that. My goodness.
Passive vibe check.
At this point in time, your mother eventually returns home, and she has in her hand, holding her
Don't
hand,
even know.
a little girl. And the little girl comes in, and your mom comes in, and she looks at you and smiles. And then you see your little sister kind of runs up. Is, and she just runs and like just jumps.
Oh, hello,
I
Rosalind.
would like a dexterity save, please.
Oh my god.
11.
That is a headbutt to the stomach.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
You back to where you been? I missed you.
I missed you too, Rosalind.
She's just squeezing onto you, hugging. She's actually like holding on to you, like just dangling, just barely. Israfel, it's so nice to have you back.
Oh, it's so nice to be. I have so much to show you.
I wasn't. When did you get back? Your brother chimes in. Oh, you got back before the sermon. You know, we know you guys went there because you were taking care of Dad, but it was a good sermon. I've been, it was the one that I was gonna be given. Oh, and she's like, oh, the one that you practiced in front of us 100 times. Yes, we felt comfortable missing that sermon. Yes,
It was good though.
Yeah, we've heard it. It got improved. You hear it 100 times, you know. And then she starts giving a small sermon back, and it's very similar to the one that he gave out there. We all know that sermon by now.
The shade.
If you ever need writing lessons, I'm a bard.
We've heard things about bards.
Oh no, he's not really.
Oh, good.
He's not.
Oh, that's good to
I
know.
wouldn't have brought him here.
Oh, I've heard that they're little scamps.
They're terrifying.
Scary things.
Awful.
What? Excuse you.
They do mind control tricks on.
It's okay, Bott. He called me a gnome.
Me a turtle.
Are you not a turtle?
Oh my goodness, is that a talking turtle?
It is. He's a turtle.
You have such unique friends. And this one's blue, and then
That one's actually blue.
Hi.
Oh, but you're not. He's blue.
Blue's the name for her. Blue's the color
I
of my
get it.
skin. It's a hard differentiation.
I'm so sorry to stare. I've never seen.
A blue
And then-
person before.
I'm actually more surprised that my son brought friends home.
Thanks, Mom. Thank you.
Wow, I just
Thank you.
turned into such a social butterfly. We've missed you.
I talked to a dragon.
That's cute, honey.
Mother, I don't lie. I talked to a dragon. I told it not
It's
to.
notoriously true. Kid never lies. Kid never lies.
Her name was Nani, and she was a pretty, pretty princess.
All right. I don't know if you lie though, but I know he doesn't.
She was red.
A red dragon. We've heard of those. They're in the stories. You know how it is. Burned down a village a long time ago. And
She wanted to.
that's I guess what red dragons do. They burn villages
They
down.
do that.
That seems terrifying.
It was awful.
And you survived this? You survived?
Yeah.
Well, you tell. You're right. Oh,
I nearly pissed myself.
That's my boy. I ever tell you about the time that I did that after one of the skeletons? He tells a story all the time.
Tell it.
One of the skeletons got stuck in the fields a long time ago when he was like not a boy, but like a late teen, like kind of coming of age.
And it got rabid.
And it got rabid.
Yeah.
And and he's like, look at the bite mark. You can still see it. And he showed his arm. At this point, it's like nearly faded to nothing at his age. His wrinkly skin on his arm. But he tells all of you about the time that a skeleton went buck wild and bit him on the arm because he tried getting it out of like the mud.
Happens.
Sounds like he had a bone to pick with you.
This guy's funny. You got a good set of guys.
I do. How's Gabriel doing?
Gabriel,
Older brother.
That sounds
eldest.
terrifying.
the eldest
I'm
brother.
sure you were
brother.
scared.
No fear from me. Roll me an insight check. Not an ounce.
I rolled an 8.
No fear from him. It's probably like a plus 20. Jesus. If it's over 10, Bott.
Plus
A
4.
little fear.
A little bit of fear from him. It did seem scary at the time, you know. Your brother's doing good. He's doing good.
Yes?
Yeah, he hasn't found the woman of his dreams yet. You know how it is. Your sister, she's married. Your brother's probably out. He's been trying. He's not the smoothest talker. He doesn't have your old man's abilities. But your little bro does. Isn't that right, Zan?
Oh, Xanthias.
Zan's a good talker.
Yes.
Thank Dad. No, I'm pretty good at it. That's why they have me do the sermons. That's why I actually scaled up a little faster in cleric school. You know, when you talk a little to people, when you can calm some nerves without using any magical abilities, they turn to really like that.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of what there's some spells out there, you know.
You never used like calm emotions or anything?
No, we can
No.
it's possible if necessary.
No, Sam, really?
No, it's you don't understand. It's super uncommon.
It's really unethical.
It depends. Unethical in the time, yeah, but it's only a minute long, and it really helps everybody at the end of the day. It depends how bad the situation is. I've had to use it
Really?
one time only.
Really?
Absolutely.
If it makes you feel better, Israfel, I did charm your brother, so that's why he's saying.
This,
Fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. But I guess you'll never know.
dude, that's awful. Charming is like the worst thing
Holy
you can do.
shit. Hold on a second. stand still, and I smack him with a protection versus good and evil versus infernals.
Smackaroonie! Dude! Ow!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. No, that hurt! Yeah, I mean, what's up? What's up?
Fuck,
I
Nova?
was joking.
I wasn't. She didn't catch. No one would catch charm. It's the
Isra,
worst thing you can.
What's wrong with you?
Why are you hitting children?
That's my younger brother. He's like 16.
They're 17
Oh,
now.
congrats. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Mr. Birthday.
It's all right. It's okay. You know, we expect you to miss a few more.
I thought you did that.
What?
No, he's my family.
I would never charm your family.
Okay, don't.
Yeah, charming's like the worst thing you can do. That's like it's like a cardinal sin. Charming is wrong. You can do some inherently bad things with that ability.
Oh, yeah.
But calm emotions for the greater good of everybody. If someone is having a bad time, it's good for them. They just don't know it yet.
What if I charmed you right now? What if I charmed you right now?
That would be like the worst thing you
That'd
could
be
do. I wouldn't
awful.
recommend
Would
that.
I get kicked out of the town?
That sounds
No.
like gaslighting.
No, that's the thing. It depends on the process.
Not letting people feel their feelings.
But gaslighting isn't real.
What if I cast suggestion?
Amos slaps you on the arm.
Now To be fair, she doesn't know any of these spells.
I earned that.
What a suggestion. I've never heard of that one.
Hard work.
I think Nova, what is this fake spell you've invented?
It's, first of all, it's not fake.
It is.
I know it.
You don't.
I can cast it on you if you'd like.
Don't.
No,
I can suggest that you do something, and then you literally have to do it.
No, I can
It's
see how.
really not a suggestion.
No,
it's
that
more
sounds-
so like, I'm casting it.
You know,
I'm suggesting it.
That seems like charm with less steps.
Yeah. It's
With a singular step.
yeah.
very bad.
But like
does not
charm,
seem-
but with or
It's kind of like mind control.
Yeah.
See, that's not good. You don't want that. That's a problem.
Yeah.
We're getting off a tangent. We're getting on a tangent here. It's very uncommon to do calm emotions. That's all I have to say. Did it one time. Someone was really hurt. They tripped, fell, broke an ankle, and started screaming. I was able to cast. We healed them to where we mended the bones and did the right thing, but they still kept screaming out of terror because you go through shock and that's part of the thing. So we calm emotions at that moment. It let them breathe for a second. It calmed the hyperventilation went down, and then we sat there. We had a long process explaining the procedure, and at the end of the day, they were better off because of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a super uncommon thing. I wouldn't, I hope
I
for
try
them
to
to
stay
see it.
away from it. No, I get it. I'm glad you learned that.
But anyways, I wasn't supposed to. It just kind of like came to me one day, Like I was speaking with Ilmatter, and he's all like, "Hey, trust me." Like it was weird, man. Like I was sitting and talking to him in my study, just reading my book, preparing my sermon, and it just like came to me. I was reading. He was talking about like sometimes what you don't know is good for you can be good for you. It's like medicine. Sometimes it doesn't taste good, but it's good for you.
So you just. How do you know that is him and not another voice talking to you?
There's no way, Like I have this connection with him. You can feel it,
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know. There's a demon in this town, bro.
Not about demon.
Your sister, you eventually go back and you all have a seat kind of around in these crude wooden chairs in this house. Your dad is occupying the entire only like cushion chair in the building. And you guys kind of just chit chat for the night. And if your sister doesn't get scolded, but she's definitely like very excited to see you, and eventually settles down after a bit.
I'm not allowing that. I'm actually going to keep agitating her by showing off some of the cool spells I have, like Mage Hand.
Got it.
As subtly as I can to pester her.
Yeah, so every time, because she's like sitting right next to you, kind of like, she's intrigued in your stories.
Yeah.
Nice to hear you again. You were her favorite because you gave her the most attention.
Aww.
Because you had no friends.
Smack with me.
You had no friends.
I'm just moving like the spoon around.
Alright, so your dad kicks in. Hey, where you planning on staying for the night? We don't have a spot for you and your friends. Is there a place where you thinking about going?
I had originally intended just for the day, but we are exhausted. I was thinking of staying at my old hangout place.
Your old hangout place?
I don't think I ever told you about that place, did I?
You've been gone when you were gone, like a couple days, like when you like stay late at night.
Yeah, at the. Okay, Father, I'm gonna be real with you. I did lie a few times.
Hold on.
You have a secret hideout.
You would lie to your old man?
I did. Well, I was worried.
You don't fall too far from the tree.
Okay. I was trying to learn spells and magic so I could be a cleric. So I took a few extra lessons at a secret hideout just past the tree line. It happens.
That's a lie.
No, it's true.
How often does this happen?
Well, I did it for most of my teens.
Well,
Were there no other clerics you could just go to and be like,
We thought you were just studying at the church.
I was not.
It's my boy. Got a little stubbornness in you.
Lodge would cover for me, though. He's in on it, too. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy to be home. All the truth is coming out.
Happy
We
to have
get
you
to
back.
go see this hideout.
We were there.
Yes. Yeah, we can all go hang out there. It's going to be a little crowded.
why didn't you stay in the card?
Your mother.
Oh, that's where the cart is.
Your mother has been like kind of feeding him drinks. Not.
It's like a clubhouse.
Yeah.
Your father has been fed small beer all evening.
Good for him.
So he's not tipsy, but it has actually taken some of the edge off of the pain.
Good.
And he eventually, you see him just kind of like fall asleep on the couch.
Aw.
And your mother's kind of like, your sister has now fallen asleep in the chair next to you, kind of like out. And then your brothers, you see him kind of getting like, whew, it's been an early morning for me, so.
Okay, Zan.
I'm
Get off to bed.
I'm gonna head to bed, you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him one more. I gotta make sure. He goes over and he casts Cure Wounds on your dad one more time. He's like, we think the pain's chronic at this point. So he feels the pain no matter the damage. So we'll figure it out for him.
Hey,
Honestly, if he gets dumb, stubborn butt out and figure itself out, it'd be good.
can I show you something? Let me give it a try.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna go up to father.
Your mother has then gone to bed as well.
Good for
Oh,
her.
she's picked up your sister and walked her into her room.
Bless him. I'm gonna take.
Todik stretches and
Hold on a second. That's still spinning in the app. That is still spin. Why is the app letting it spin so long?
Yo, it's like a Beyblade.
There it is.
You know, Beyblade's here at this house.
I'm gonna take 20 points of damage and give my father 40 HP points.
Does it go to bonus HP?
No.
You siphon your life force out into your father, and you feel like him receive it, but his body doesn't it doesn't take it in, and you kind of like you can feel when the spell has effect.
Yeah.
But it capped.
What? Okay.
Yo, you all right? I haven't seen that one before.
Oh, that was a lot.
What were you whispering?
It's wizard stuff. Don't worry about it.
All
We
right.
can compare notes later.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh, I'm winded.
That was insane.
Next time you need help.
You look awful.
Let's grab some blankets and pillows and have a sleepover at this clubhouse.
Bott, you grab the feet, I'll grab the head. Let's
Yep.
carry Isra.
Israfel, you're gonna
did.
get healed for
Wanna
about
get an arm
15
or-
points of healing as he sees you look like garbage. He's like, I'm about to cap out for the day too, so I'm gonna
Okay.
get these off.
Thanks. Oof. Okay.
We all use 2 fingers, we can lift Israfel together.
oh,
Thanks,
stiff as a
Zane.
board, light as a feather. Stiff as a board,
Alright, 2
light as a
fingers,
feather.
everybody. 2 fingers on
2
Israfel.
fingers.
All right. Zan, do we have any extra blankets or anything?
I mean, we have a few, but what would you like? How many do you need?
I'm just gonna piggyback him.
We have blankets back in the shack.
I was gonna say, I don't know why you're asking for
In
things.
the
Yeah,
shed.
I have blankets.
Never mind, Zan. We're good.
No worries, I'm gonna head off.
Good night.
I'll see you in the morning, all right?
Good night. I would like to recommend then we go take the pretty long walk back to the graveyard.
Cool.
Into my hideout.
Sounds good. As you guys begin walking through this small little town, it's a very quaint little cottage. It seems as if each building is roughly the same size, same shape. It's as if equality was based around the mindset of each thing, to where no one is out of place. What is odd for the rest of you there are skeletons that are still maintaining like roads, and you see like them doing quiet work. Now, where the main residential area is at, you guys look through and you see most families have gone to bed at this point, early morning for everybody. But as you get out of the main like residence, you see skeletons that are in clothes with small little tags on them that are doing mundane abilities, mundane tasks. You see them either repairing some of the courtyard that got smushed earlier today, and then you see them also. It was weird at first because it's dark out now, and you see a field of like crop, and you see movement kind of like through it, and you expect like, oh, what's a person doing out there? And then like out of full Pirates of the Caribbean moment, you see a like in the moonlight kicks down, and there's a skeleton that just is walking out, and you all kind of like, that's wrong. But Israfel calms you as you guys.
Okay. Yes.
I march the whole way, excited to have a sleepover at Isra's childhood hideout.
Yes, Toady, you have a question?
What did you call me?
Toady?
Oh, yeah, sorry. How long before, like, when somebody dies, because obviously these skeletons are all people who are the community.
Yes.
How long do you wait until you reanimate them?
Oh, no, it's only about maybe like 24 hours.
Oh god.
This feels
Now, do
very
they still have,
weird.
It
like,
feels
the skin
so
on them
wrong.
and everything, or
What?
like when you reanimate them?
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, like,
Well, you clean everything.
so you pretty much take all the flesh.
Yes. And our high clerics usually do that dirty work.
Like magically or physically?
Bit of both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Respect. What?
Okay.
How's that respectful?
Well, you don't want dirty tools lying around.
You just call them tools?
Yes,
Wow, I am learning so much about you today.
that's what they are.
First of all, you called me a gnome, and now I don't know if I'm okay with all this.
Yeah.
I think
They're
we-
not people.
I'm feeling objectified.
Skeleton, please come here.
Out pops one of your skeletons.
Not mine.
Oh,
The one from the field.
got it. Kind of, it's minding its own business, just kind of tending to some crop, and then
May you present your documentation, please?
walks over to you.
Okay, so this one says these belonged once to Jonathan Sims. Jonathan Sims has been interred to work in his contract. His body is, well, it's his here. This is a 10-year. He's almost done with his 10 years.
And what happens
So
then?
it's like
you own people.
No.
you own.
Well,
You
would say
own
it's-
people and then make them do chores for.
No one
In this
owns
case-
this body.
Because thing is, why do you say they're a tool, but yet you keep the names and all the information about them as if they were people?
Well,
Well,
but I-
because it's documentation.
Hang on, wait!
What?
You're telling me that if I die tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to rest peacefully?
only.
I'm going to be working the rest of the 10 years?
Time
But
out.
like naked.
Time out.
But naked?
No, not
These skeletons are clothed.
Documentation?
The skeleton
Time out.
is fully clothed.
In nice clothing.
Okay, without like your skin clothes.
That's like the ultimate naked. That's like super naked.
Like, this is the reason why he would go around and ask for, like, consent.
Yeah, you
Like,
haven't signed anything.
yeah.
We wouldn't do it to you.
You would have to choose
How-
to.
Why would
have-
you want to work for another 10 years when
But
you're
it's not
dead?
you.
They say that you can sleep when you're dead. Sleeping is for the dead, and then
No.
those dead people
I don't
can't
think
even
that's
sleep.
Technically, the spirit is still sleeping.
Yeah, no, but there's no.
think-
Jonathan's not here.
It's
That's
just,
rude.
You just said that was
He's
Jonathan
standing right
It was
Sims.
Jonathan
No, that's
Sims'
his boat.
body.
But then it feels weird because it's almost like you're saying we're only using the useful part of him, which
No.
is the bones, which we can continue to use after he's gone.
We're using the parts he left behind for us.
Would you say that people sign these contracts as a way to help the
community,
society and
yes.
community even after they've gone?
Yes, that's what's going to happen to my bones as well. It belongs to the community.
Oh, look, we're here!
You guys get into the. You guys find the
Nice
familiar
point.
hole in the floor that you guys are at, and the stairwell that leads down, and you guys head into the small
Fucking
area.
great.
There's a. You can see it's dark in here. It doesn't have a litany thing, but you do
Torch.
see that there.
Light.
Where is it? Oh, the soup kitchen. The soup kitchen's inside of there. Give me a second.
Is that your makeshift
I thought
sling,
you were
your
about to say the
necklace?
soup kitchen is gone.
Oh no!
It's my makeshift sling.
Are you serious?
No. I'm not serious. It's just if I want to move quickly, it doesn't hurt to do that. This is how
It's a
this is how I
makeshift
showered when I first got the sling injury.
Is that? Did you make that?
This is an item.
necklace.
This is an item that I've had for years. We're not supposed to take it off. I've earned it. It's from part of my fighting club. Yeah.
Nerd.
You don't talk about Fight Club.
It's a part of my
Breaking
I do
first-
medieval sword fighting, and it's a part of my household. This is an award that is awarded to us after you win your first tournament. It's a thing.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah.
It's
anyway.
better than any sort of Boy Scout thing that I was expecting.
Oh yeah, no.
I was.
Funny story,
Oh, that's
actually.
good, right?
The way I won this, I dislocated my arm in one of the fights, and they called hold because my arm was out of its socket and I dropped the sword. So I was like, fuck this. So I literally relocated my arm, picked up my sword, won that fight, and won that tournament. So same shoulder, by the way. Yeah.
It was all worth it.
Yeah, man, adrenaline's a fucking hell of a drug.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys make it back into the soup kitchen. Or you guys make it back to the small antechamber where the soup kitchen was left at when you guys teleported back inside. And that's where we are. This is soup kitchen, a little too big for scale, but yeah, that's where you guys are. So you can give a PowerPoint explanation about what you're explaining your pots field if you'd like.
Right now?
Yes, while I set some stuff
Okay,
up.
yes. So let me explain again. So in the community, it is a community of necromancers. Everyone there is under
Is this
the...
like a Patrick explanation or like in
This is
different-
Patrick. Patrick's
Got it.
explaining the general
Okay.
gist of
I-
Pottsfield. It was once a nomadic tribe of necromancers traveling around. They do answer to Ilmater, who is a god of suffering who cares for those suffering and in need. One of the answers that this community found was using the suffered body to help those in need. So really, it's... I want you to imagine a skeleton, a living person, like someone walking up a hill with a cart. Then if that person dies, the person leaves, but the cart is still at the top of the hill. And if you use the right kind of magic, you can make that cart move just a little bit more for a little more time. So skeletons only serve about 10, 15 years, and then they're endured for life. Yeah.
God.
This still feels weird.
How is that weird?
Well, it is a...
Wait, what
I
is
think
the
prison
whole...
industrial complex
Can I just
system.
have clarity on
Yeah.
something? Okay, because you say it. Oh, you're gonna be a cleric. I was practicing cleric spells,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, never made it.
Okay, so the cleric thing,
Yeah.
but then you're a wizard,
Yep.
but then it's necromancers.
They're
Which
all-
fucking one is it?
Clerics, they're cleric necromancers.
Clerics of death are
Cleric of death.
necromancers.
And there are
Domain of
some,
death.
would you say,
Domain of
like
death.
some wizards are like
Necromancers.
spec into...
Yeah, necromancy is a type of spell.
Yeah.
Much in the same way that, what is charm?
No, not divination.
It's not divination, it's...
Hang on.
a lot of healing magic is necromancy.
Enchantment.
Yeah. A lot of healing is necromancy. Because it deals with the physical body and the forces that hold it together.
Healing is necromancy?
Well, it's most
no,
of it.
it's
Some of it
divin-
is.
divine.
There is
Same
like
thing.
healing
Design's not
spells
It
that I
design's not
think
school.
are necromancy, but not
Divination.
all of them.
Is
Divination is determining what the future holds.
So it's organ donation.
Yes, exactly. It's organ donation. Exactly. You're not using it.
But it just feels weird to treat them still like they're people, but not. That's
They're not
the
people.
Weird.
That's why we don't use their names.
But then you clothe them
Evocation.
and use their. But you have their names.
Well, they had a name.
Why do you clothe them?
Because that's weird. You treat it with respect.
Why do you treat them with respect?
Because they're tools someone has given you.
I don't put a little suit on a hammer someone gives me.
You should. You should treat your tools nicely.
I
put a
got
suit
whole
on?
Toolbox
So-
that's where
Yeah,
I'm like,
toolbox,
you
and you keep it clean, and you don't let it
Yeah,
rust.
but you don't put human articles on a tool.
Yeah, but
I
that's not
think
a
in
human.
this case,
That's not a
though,
human
it's
body.
also somewhat like, you know, there's still like a respect, like a memory that you want to.
Do you bury dead
like,
people naked?
When you die and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and sign my
Depends on the
contract
religion.
for my body to
This
be.
religion doesn't.
You would like to, know and have some kind of assurance that the bit of you that you are leaving behind to help society is being treated with respect and honor.
The turtle gets
It's just weird how you treat it as human in Tool, because then you're drawing a weird.
It's human
line.
shaped. It's like a robot.
Human shaped, human clothed, still technically human named.
Not named.
But the documentation says
The
otherwise.
document says this was the body of Jonathan Sims. It is not John. John ain't there. He's not John.
It's weird. I guess it depends on.
Are you telling me necromancy is weird, Damien?
It's
Are
weird.
you telling me Israfel Dent of Pottsfield, the 10th level necromancer, is weird?
It's weird
in
to
the
put
Twitch
clo-
Slays D&D show?
It's weird to put clothes on the skeletons and let them do field work.
They don't overheat.
Damien, you're calling Israfel Dent, the necromancer, 10th level wizard, weird when we're sitting around playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons for people around the world.
I'm just saying.
Well,
once we
That's
get
weird!
I'm just saying once we delve into that world.
Your dad came out of a bottle!
I'm a turtle.
It seems like a humane labor source.
It
Yeah,
is!
it's human labor source.
Humane, not human, humane. There's a distinct E in
But
that
you
word.
treat it as a human labor source, though.
No, it's
by
not.
dressing it.
An animated tool.
Are you upset because they're wearing clothes?
That's the weird. It's how you treat them like humans when you are also calling them.
It is a human body.
So where can I put my blanket down?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So you guys make it back and have a chance to actually look around inside of the. I'm gonna slide this hair. Oh, there we go. You guys have a chance to actually look inside. The room itself has been dusted, or is now like about a year dusty, roughly. And around you have walls of like books and literature. All of it is in primordial, celestial, or abyssal.
I can read that.
Yeah, so most of this belonged to a wizard. His name was Gilderim. I've only ever seen it written down. I never met him. It's where I learned most of my spells from.
The spells on the walls?
Yes, and in the books, and the summoning circle, the teleportation circle.
Oh.
That's nice.
So you learned
you.
your spells from a dead person. That seems fitting.
The book, I read them from a book, not
dead
from a
people?
celestial body.
From dead people.
That's
Most
cool.
books' authors are dead, yes.
I know.
Okay.
I think that's fitting for you.
To read a book, I'm a wizard.
with dead people writing it.
Wow, I love the architecture right here. It's very interesting.
We've killed people.
You have?
We have killed people.
Okay.
We were in a death game.
That's very sad.
Blackston, roll me a history check.
Yeah.
So are we going to play truth or dare?
History check, that's gonna be 21.
21.
I'll go
This-
get a bottle we can spin.
Okay.
This area looks familiar to you. You look over to your left and you see a massive pillar that you kind of go back over to it, like you have a weird hunch about it. You walk over to the pillar and you start looking closer at it and take a small investigation. It doesn't take you much to realize that you see claw marks, and then you
Like literally like full on like
shit. And then you put the hand on it and the claw marks are the exact same size as your hand. As you like, oh no. Yeah, this is it.
This is the place. This
Yeah.
is the place. I want to, I guess, like part Arcana check to see what I can like see.
What are you trying to trying to learn for? What are you trying to look at?
I'm trying to discertain, like, just double check that, you know, because again, it was weird the way that it went down, like to make sure that this was the place I went to and not just some.
What is happening? He's literally telling you this is the place.
Yeah, okay, so do me a favor.
Well, like multiverse exists in a way.
Can you
where
dumb this down for me?
Did he do this?
It's your hand.
It's in the way like there's like the whole multiverse, like Schrodinger's cat, where it's like, oh, if you choose like this breakfast cereal, then there's like choices within those that branch off, and then it connects down.
Oh, is this a choose your own adventure?
So like,
Roll a dice, find out, fucker.
Never
Nova,
mind.
truth or dare.
Bott, truth or dare?
Never
You
mind.
go first.
No, but already asked me.
Oh, damn
to
it,
the dead.
fuck.
Bott, we talked about this. You're supposed to be moving on.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Moving on from what?
Nothing.
Truth.
You hurt this man, Bott.
I don't think Black's played in this game at all.
I'm just talking because Blackston is weirdly quiet over there.
What's
Yeah,
up,
I'm doing
Lanston?
my own thing.
What are you doing?
Blackson, why are you literally snooping around?
There's he is staring directly over a cave-in on the eastern side of this wall.
Oh, I could never move that.
Can never move that.
No, I was never strong enough. I wonder if I could now. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Cast Mage Hand.
Does it work?
You attempt to lift the several ton-pound stone.
Oh, it
does
doesn't
not
work. Oh no.
Maybe Bott can lift it for you.
I mean, there's probably an easier thing I could do, and like Homer Simpson in the meme, I just go ghost and just fade back into the wall.
Oh no! The wall ain't black.
Yeah, so you face through it.
Between Tatig and I, we could.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give this sucker a lift.
So Blackston, you're gonna face this wall.
What?
You guys ever do a dungeon before? Like a dungeon delve? And Blackston, you phase through it, and on this side of the
my
dungeon, you begin to see the
So we're not
tiles
playing Truth or
begin
Dare.
expanding.
Oh my gosh.
And you can see that there's a hallway right here, and it leads into. Oh no, I need more tiles.
Do you want me to get them for you?
They're closer to me.
They're right here.
Okay. I'm just worried about him.
They're close.
Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous.
Yeah.
I haven't really used these before. You start to see there's a room inside of here, and it is a little. I'm gonna start populating this a little bit. Boop, boop, boop.
I thought we were playing Truth.
Where did you get these?
I made them.
You made those?
Yeah, I 3D printed them with resin,
Wow.
and then this is how we thought the campaign was
Nova,
gonna go a long time
I
ago.
dare you to dance with skeletons.
No, I said truth. You have to ask me a question or like make me.
Will you dance with a skeleton?
No, because no.
Oh, let me think of one.
Okay, I said truth, so you have to think of something so I can tell the truth.
Todik, you did just watch Blackston disappear into a wall.
Blackson, can you hear me through the stone?
Can I hear him? Is it like?
Yeah,
there's
it's just blocking, but you can
Do
hear
you
it.
see like a switch or something that can
I
open
don't know if
up?
there's a switch. I guess like feel the wall. If there's like a torch or something that I can light on this end. If it's dark in here.
No torches. The last time you were here, it was just as dark as before.
You've been here before?
We
You know,
can't hear him.
Schrodinger's cat.
He's on the other side. But I dare you to help me lift up this door.
I'm shooting.
Let's do it.
It's Nova's turn, but I will.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I'm gonna keep going into the room, see what else is in there.
So a 15. Oh no, a 17 with
Nova, what was your first romantic relationship?
26 is we're trying to lift this.
Okay.
Well, Nova, you still have to answer.
You hear Tony in the background. No, what was the answer?
Okay.
And I cast Zone of Truth.
Oh shit, we playing for real.
I'm gonna answer it.
This is going to be a fun game.
Okay.
You said it, Bott.
So,
Things going on.
first romantic relationship, I think like 15 or 16. It wasn't really like a relationship, it was more like we're not really like boyfriend and girlfriend, we're just kind of like friends. Like, we were like really good friends, but like not really good friends that we would hang out outside of school, you know? We were at like a party one time, and it was just oh, you didn't. Okay.
I help lift too.
You start to, with Bott's help, you're able to get the pillar out of the way and bounce it back to the other side. And it just shatters into the wall, just breaks down. And yeah, that's where we are for this dungeon crawl. Let me start populating the other room real quick.
What was their name? Or is that another round?
Technically, that'd be his second question.
That'd be a second
It's
question.
up to Nova whether or not she wants to answer that.
Start
Nova.
with little spiders.
Gianna, you're playing a character named Nova Grimry. Just reminding you. Okay. A fictional character who you can make up anything about. It doesn't have to be based off of anything at all. You can just make things up.
Yeah.
Israfel, what are you talking about?
What? No, I've always wanted to see what's in here. I've never gone this way.
Ever?
No, there was a boulder in the way.
Well, I don't know.
Alright, well, it's Nova's turn while we continue down this dungeon.
All right.
Makes sense.
That seems good. We're gonna play Truth or Dare while we get through this little investigation.
This is cool. I like this
Go up
concept.
to Blackston with a torch out.
All right, torch is out.
Thank you.
You guys see a room of tanks.
Oh, what?
Tanks?
Tanks, like water tanks.
Oh.
A lot of them have been cracked, shattered, and you look around, and there's a little bit of water, like pooled in the very bottom of some, and they have like a glittery residue to them. I'd like everyone to roll me a investigation check as you guys begin looking around this room.
Nova, your turn to ask someone. I rolled an 8.
Oh, not me.
I rolled a
22.
5.
It's good. 8.
What was it?
9.
Investigation, and you get to ask a question.
15 total.
Or Truth or Dare.
Or Truth or Dare to somebody.
It has not happened enough times to enough people where I can no longer be shit on for dropping dice.
I'm still gonna shit on you, Frank.
His name was Ford. That's all. And he was like 17, and I was like 16. Is Jenna here?
Jenna, we left back at the kitchen, I thought.
She's inside the soup kitchen.
Good for her.
Last time that you guys checked. It's pretty late now, so that's why.
Yeah, don't wake her up.
Can I ask Truth or Dare to Jenna?
Eeny, meeny, miny, blue.
Oh, wow.
Blue,
Uh-huh.
Truth or Dare?
Okay.
I'll get to you in a second.
You
While
can
you're
always let the man
While
do
you're
his
thinking about
DMing.
that, I'm gonna describe what you're finding. Israfel, this is your first time getting past this area.
Yeah.
As you're starting to investigate, you see that there are like slash marks cracking this glass, and the water itself is like dried up, but you can see that it had like a residue to it. And as it did, you can see there's a slight down incline to your right, like down deeper into the tunnel.
Okay.
Or down the hallway, and it leaves a glittery residue.
Ooh.
And as you're like looking closer at it, you get closer and closer, and you see there's little chunks of crystal inside of like each glitter spot's like little small crystals. It looks like this might have been a place where crystals used to be like go growing, and then as you look closer, you find like crystals that have been shattered. So there's like a crystalline structure that looks like it's been football spiked into the ground, and you kind of like take a piece over it, and you're like, oh, this is different than what I'm used to seeing.
It is.
Yeah, I've never seen a crystal like this. We've seen crystals at this point, but it's slightly different because it's innate and it hasn't ever been like charged, whereas other crystals you've seen have been used up almost.
I see.
Truth. No. Dare.
Okay. I dare you.
While you think about it, Devin, I'd like to move forward into the dungeon.
You start to get curious and move forward into the dungeon.
I'll stay directly behind.
Got it. Staying directly behind.
Readying action to dodge.
I was gonna say, I think there's like Super Hard Shirt Squad and then there's Truth or Dare Squad.
Yeah, Truth or Dare Squad's gonna be just tailing in the back, having conversations.
No,
while-
I'm still interested in hearing what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very interested in Truth or Dare, but I'm more interested in the secret dungeon that's been in my clubhouse!
That memory lane here.
Baxter, maybe you got a keen eye, right? Search for some traps.
I could try.
Okay.
Or can I recall anything?
As you start making your way around this...
Why would there be traps?
Making my way to
Why would there be vats? And
This is the best sleepover ever.
I would like you to roll me a perception check. You and Todig, as you're coming around, Blackston, you're following with the light here.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't make it.
It's dark down here.
That's a 5.
How many tiles? There we go. One more.
It's not that
We
right.
are. Boom. Darn it, one hand. You'd be faster if you had two.
We didn't rest from fighting Castor, did we?
Oh shit, we probably should have, huh?
Should we go rest real quick?
You want to actually do a sleepover?
Hey, Devin, can we do a fast sleepover?
You guys can have a short rest from when you guys were hanging out. If you want to take a short rest. If you want to take a little sleepover, you can do that. Because Israfel, as you cross
I guess
past
how many
here,
spell slots you have?
I actually do need it.
I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I think we might need to take a nap here in a second. That's not enough.
All right.
forever
You're
to
going
Protection.
to...
Whooping.
Sure. You get a... I'll give you
I think I'm
a...
that kind of fighter.
I'll allow that.
Does an 18 pass?
18 does pass somewhat. With
Okay.
Todig's shield, you are able to... You stop several things from hitting. As a small chunk of rocks will start to fall. Not rocks per se, but like small, heavy balls will start falling from here. And they start hitting. You are able to deflect some with your shield. But Israfel, you are going to take some bludgeoning damage from the trap that you might have stepped on. This is cut in half, so this is going to be 11 cut in half down to 5. You're going to take 5 bludgeoning as you get hit by a trap.
Hey. Ow. Thanks, Todig.
No.
You guys want to go, like, watch a movie or something and do this in the morning?
I have.
You know, I suppose taking a little rest wouldn't be bad. I'm still bleeding from the last.
I am also bleeding heavily.
I just got so caught up in the emotions of,
Me too.
of exploration.
I'll drink this weird water. That could be. I'll do whatever.
I have a dare for you.
Okay.
Show me. I dare you to show me the weirdest fucking item you have in your pouch.
Okay, give me a second. I got a lot of stuff in my backpack.
In the meantime, I guess let's go ahead and go back.
Devin, I know it's not very exciting for your story. Can we go sleep?
If you guys would like to head back,
I do.
I'm going to change the tone of the music back. Israfel gets hit by like 3 steel balls that just like hit him in the shoulder, and you hear like a small crunch of like, it did actually adjust your back though, so like you got a little sternum crack in there. But everybody is going to return back to the fucking soup kitchen.
Man, best adventurers.
All right,
I'm at like
back?
10 HP, buddy.
That's your fault.
Why don't we roll dice, and that's how we pick the people for truth or dare.
Well, truth or dare, it's whoever gets asked the question.
The highest person. Wait.
That's Blazerfell.
No. The person with the highest number gets to ask the question, and the person with the lowest number has to be asked the question.
Can we get a long rest, Devin?
Yes, I can give you guys a long rest.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you guys want to role play?
Yeah!
She does.
All right, we're gonna be
Yes.
role playing some.
How did this get back in here? Did you guys give it back to me?
Yeah.
Magic.
Because you dropped it, remember?
I know. I have short-term memory loss.
Then they got it back for you. Got it.
I didn't know.
All right, everyone, roll a d20.
What's happening?
10.
15.
7.
4.
16.
What are you guys doing?
Playing Truth or Dare.
13,
Janet, do you want to
13.
join?
13. Ooh, that sounds
I'm
exciting.
so
What is it?
excited to nap and explore this dungeon. I
We're
rolled
gonna do
a
a round or
15.
two.
So now what happens, Nova?
Who had higher than 15?
I got a 16.
Blackston, you get to ask
Me a question.
Isra a question.
All right. Truth or dare?
Dare.
Dare?
Yeah.
I dare you to go deeper into the dungeon.
Blackston.
Right now?
Oh, God!
Right now?
Blackston. How far do I have to go?
I dare you
Let's
to
say
kiss.
let's say 10 steps past where you got hit by the balls.
You have to go with me.
All right, that's fine.
This is the weirdest dungeon crawl I've ever experienced, but I'm for it.
All right, I go
But
10
if I'm
feet.
going with you, we make it 20 steps.
All right, I'll go 20 steps further.
Tech booth, give me a second. I will be adjusting the camera so that it gets the everything.
You're a
frame.
fucker.
I'm sorry, the opportunity was there. You have to seize it.
That was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
Okay, so we're going to be having Israfel, and we're going to place you right
You
over
have to
here.
do it blindfolded.
Yeah.
I
On one
Actually,
foot.
don't do that.
On one foot.
Right behind.
While handcuffed.
I'm just going to have the party hanging out over here. Israfel, just so I don't have to move everything. 20 steps.
Yeah.
20 steps into the dungeon. I don't know how that translates to feet.
There's no 20 steps.
20
It's going to
feet.
be 20 feet.
20
It's going to
feet.
be four blocks of
tiles.
movement.
That's not too bad.
Oh,
Well,
and then you don't
probably
have to
not.
adjust the camera.
Oh, perfect.
Tech booth's doing it.
Sounds great.
I hate you. That's really good.
Good truth or dare. Good truth or
You
dare.
just got pranked, son.
You're gonna cast lights on
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
so
on
you
my
can see.
shovel. Yeah.
All right, I'd like you to roll me a perception check as you begin heading deeper down this little area, this little spot.
That's a 7. I don't see shit.
Oh dear.
Okay, you know what?
Don't get hurt, idiot.
Too late.
I will give you advantage because you saw where the first spot was and what it looked like. So I'll let you look harder for.
21.
All right.
There you go.
You were able to go through down 1, 2, 3, 4. You just get to the mouth of the next room where you can see a small little workshop. You kind of like just pull the stick out, like a perception check.
19.
All right, you take your shovel and you kind of just peered outside to where you can peek your head in. Inside, you see several stone like workbenches that have been carved out, and you can see that there are items on it. A lot of stuff's dusty. There's the floor is messy. It looks like someone just took their hand and swept everything off of these things and stuff that got crushed, and there's some burn marks and some things. But as you look, you're like, oh, there's a repair station. Looks like there's tools everywhere in this little spot, all over the floor with all these benches. You also see that there is another hallway that leads at the other side that goes down. You peek your head in just enough. With a 19, I'd say that's great. You are able to see that there's another stairwell on this side here. And now how do we play Truth or Dare?
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
roll
coming
again.
back.
All
Come
right.
back, all right.
Okay, roll again, roll again.
All right.
6.
13.
6.
15.
15 wins, 6 loses.
So,
19.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Jenna wins.
Jenna.
Wait, Bott, roll a d20.
Fuck, give it to
I
us.
rolled a 6.
That's a no.
That's 3 6s.
That's 3
6 6 6.
So what do I get?
Okay, now you guys have to do a roll off.
Oh, we're doing a roll off to do it? Oh, no.
Okay.
We're just all gonna do it.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 2.
And that's Bott.
It's fine.
Jenna,
Oh. So now what do I do?
you ask Truth or Dare to Bott.
Bott, dare or truth?
Miffed it.
I throw a coin.
We're
We
being
got
rated.
rated.
Rolls after dark.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rolls
Bott,
after
truth
dark.
or dare? To our those who just rated us, Bott is doing truth
Give
or
me a
dare.
moment to think about
During a
it.
dungeon crawl, baby.
And now you may choose.
Wait, what's
I
Jenna
love
just
all
asked?
dares are just like
I'm waiting.
deeper.
I'm asking dare or truth.
Oh, Dare or
That's
Truth.
the rules. You ask him if it's a dare or a truth, right?
Sorry.
You know, that's,
Yeah.
that'll work.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've never played this game before. It sounds like fun.
It can be really interesting.
So, like, what are we supposed to ask?
I don't know.
Whatever you want.
You
Whatever.
can ask, like
Everything.
I just got asked, what was my first romantic relationship?
Okay.
You can ask.
And Israfel was asked to go deeper into this, like, weird case.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
dare. That was a
Truth,
dare.
you want to ask a question that they cannot, like, you want to know the answer, but they can't lie. So you get
Can't lie?
No, it's
No.
called truth.
It's magic.
We also
And then
Empty.
dare, you have to dare someone to do something and they have to fulfill it. Otherwise, Or else.
Else.
Or else.
Curses happen.
You get stabbed
The
5
great
times.
god of
What?
Dare.
what?
Oh,
Dad!
watch
Dare.
over there.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. But I dare you to.
I don't like the amount of power Devin has right now.
I know.
Take a nap.
No, that would be easy.
That would be easy.
I dare you to take Israfel
What the fuck?
and try to make him do a backflip.
Whoa!
Like
What?
I want you to help
I
Israfel do a backflip.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's low ceilings in here.
I pick Isra up.
Strength check that, baby.
This is the best game.
Athletics.
Dang.
Athletics.
I rolled a 5.
Oh!
Oh no!
Suplex.
And does Israfel roll acrobatics?
I would
dex
like
save?
I would like a deck save for me.
I've seen enough Resident Evil 4 to see how that works.
It's a 9.
But you botch this and you kind of like hit Israfel kind of into the ceiling.
Oh no!
And he kind of like hits his head. You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Man, you were doing terrible.
Wow, this is fun. This is fun.
Isn't it? It's so enjoyable.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, another time!
Alright, another one.
Ah!
I dropped my dice.
I
It's
rolled
my
an
bag.
11.
I rolled an 8.
That's 4.
God, oh thank God.
18.
9, I'm good.
I got a 1.
Come on, wait, I haven't rolled yet.
I got a 1.
I lost my dice.
I got
11.
I got a 1.
Alright.
Got
You're
4.
done.
Alright, I've been wondering this since we met you. Jenna!
Wait, no, you have to ask him truth
Yeah,
or
truth or
dare.
dare.
Truth or dare? Truth or dare?
You seem really excited.
I think he wants you to choose truth. I think he's curious about it.
He's not gonna pick truth. He's gonna say dare, and you're gonna kill Jenna.
Truth.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Careful, be careful.
There's so many avenues. This is
There's a DM here, and there's also Jenna. You gotta navigate those lines.
Okay. There's so much. Jenna, there's so much I want to know.
I'm curious what you want to know about
And
Jenna.
I can't lie, right? Because that
Can't
would,
lie.
then I'd be cursed.
Yeah.
Well,
Can
also
we
in
do
the
this
zone of
after
truth.
we sleep as we are exploring the dungeon?
Nope, I'm already almost dead.
We're almost there.
Well, do it while we're in our
short
sleeping
resting
bags.
right now. We're short resting.
Short rest.
Alright,
Short
alright.
resting, short
Are you guys gonna long rest before this is
I
over?
would love to, says the wizard with 7 HP.
I think a short rest sounds better.
Short rest sounds funnier for flavor, you know?
I hate all of you.
We should long rest, then play as we explore.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I mean, this
But
thing
you
has
have
been
one-
covered for ages.
We got one shot at Jenna. We got one shot to know all we
Yeah, truth.
Wait, how come you could have just asked earlier?
Yeah, because now she can't lie.
I can't. It's
Or
the truth.
else.
It's the rules.
Or else.
All right.
Or
What?
else.
Just ask her the fucking question.
Oh my god, there's so many things I want to know though.
Just one.
Just one.
Well, keep thinking about it for like the next 10 minutes. And
Or the
just,
next
you know.
6 hours as we sleep.
Or, you know, we'll do this as a pocket truth, Jenna. I just get to ask you one truth whenever. That's how the game works.
I think I'm gonna take a dare because this is taking forever.
Damn.
What do you dare me to do?
Hey,
Did you have to ask Jenna that question?
sorry.
Dare.
No.
I changed my mind.
Jenna, please.
Fine, dare.
Okay.
I dare you to take Isabel 20 more steps into the dungeon.
Ooh, Israfel looks cool.
What's happening?
I've never been to
You
dungeon
have no
before.
fun.
Let's go.
Why are you dragging me?
She's taking you by the hand, and you're being led deeper into the dungeon.
Make sure he leads first.
Okay. Ooh. Sounds good.
Jenna, I'm in no health to do this.
You still have your light on, and you were going to move into the dungeon, and she's gonna just kind of push you slightly, and you get to the threshold that you were at, and then she just kind of pushes you about 5 more feet, and now you can see, and she's kind of ooh, what's in here? Perception check.
Man, I've been shoved in this room.
I'm making you spoil.
19.
19. You look around. This room is a small repair room.
Okay.
You look over, and one is an enchanting table that has like arcane runes on it, things that you would try to make new stuff with. You look over and you see the closest one to you is like the enchanting table, but on the far side, or the far side is the enchanting table. The closest are just regular like workshop tools with like long benches, and the tools have been like, some of them have been broken and things have been smashed if it's shatterable, and it's just in disarray. There's a lot of stuff that's been caught on fire inside of here and has been burnt, and a lot of stuff has like claw marks, these massive, massive paw claw marks. Are you curious?
Are there any like books or anything?
You can get closer and find out.
I'm 7 HP, Deb.
You get closer and find
I'm
out.
very curious. It's one of his traits.
Israfel, you've only been 5 feet.
You
You've
find
only- got
something?
You still have
15
another
more.
15 to go anyway.
What? Okay, yeah, I go forward.
Technically, Jenna does.
And I go into
Well,
the
the
arcane
cement.
table.
Arcane table, that's a little more than 20 feet.
Oh, that's fine. At this point, I'm just curious.
You guys, for the rest of you, you see the light disappear from the distance, or like, because you're looking at Israfel's light source, and as they bank that corner, you now see a loss of light. And I'll be like, eh, fine. Well, you guys have your own light source, but Israfel's light source is no longer present, as he's gone another turn into this little dungeon.
It's the last time you saw your friend Israfel and Jenna.
Well, we'll give them like 10 seconds and then we'll go in after.
I
Investigation
feel like
check.
this is an irresponsible way for us to.
Jenna's gonna do one as well.
7.
7. You look over, and a lot of the stuff here has been smashed and shattered. At the enchanting table, the stuff is a little like more frail. But Jenna looks over to the side, and she's like, "Hey, Israfel,
Yeah?
does this look like really familiar to Bott?" And she pulls up like a small tool, or like she pulls up something off, and it's a small arm, or like a piece of an arm. It has like a femur bone, not femur. One of the 2 arm bones, and then like a skeletal hand that is all metallic. She's like, this looks a lot like Bott's hand.
It does.
Is that normal? Should we be finding this? This is really cool.
It shouldn't be here.
Why shouldn't it?
Why is this here?
I don't know. Just look at this stuff. And she starts now pulling it, and she, at her eye level, she starts opening drawers, and there's like tools and whatnot. And roll me an investigation at this pot. The rest of you can start moving in now.
I was gonna say after
24.
like a couple seconds, I'm like, okay,
And
we'll
you
check.
see, that's when I learned that it's never a good idea to do an operation on your own when you know you perfectly have plenty of folks to help you out.
I've
Ain't
done
that
a couple. I've done a couple solo operations.
24?
Yeah.
This, you've
I'm
now
just saying.
completely described it. This is a repair table. And the way that the ergonomics behind it is it's self-intended. It almost looks like anyone that has metallic parts is moving up to here and not building more, but they have attachments that they can detach and reattach. You see different, like, where an arm would detach, you can see you would have a detached spot where it could reattach a saw.
Right.
Or it would attach a different type of tool. Pliers, doesn't matter. Any tool that you can think of, you're starting to see like this is a very unique place for someone who would detach their own, what looks like a robotic arm similar to Bott's, put it on, and start working. This is a repair station for someone who is self-repairing.
That's weird.
You guys move inside now. The rest of the party has now got in. You guys see a small workbench that looks like for like crafting and things of that nature. And you see an enchanting table that looks ornate but smashed pieces. As you guys are walking to the floor, there's like bits and pieces of charcoal and ruined paper. Yes?
This table, it's smashed to pieces. Was it done by a blunt object, a sharp one?
Looks like several sharp objects. And a lot of strength.
I'm gonna say Joe Blacksmith just kind of checking it out and just looking.
Does this
at it
match
again.
the same guys, correct me if I'm wrong. The type of damage done to this table looks like the same type of damage that was done in the front of the area?
What?
It does.
Am I
The
dead?
front, where-
Roll me investigation check, please.
8. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Steal anybody?
No, thank you.
Is there anything that looks like it would fit me?
Yeah, is this bot tech?
It's similar to Bott tech. I mean, clearly it's mechanical in nature.
But
Everything
is it bot? We've spent a lot of time around Gith built robots.
This?
Can I upgrade?
Oh.
But you move over to the upgrade table, and you kind of place your arm down. Your arm is slightly thinner than the arm spots where like you would do self-repair. If you were to like when you work pieces into your armor when you do stuff like that, this arm is a little chunkier a little bigger. Whereas your arm is a lot more slender and efficient, this arm seems less efficient. And you then take Bott's hand next to this hand, and it does seem like a more inefficient version. Or, inefficient is a bad term. It is...
An older model?
Something like that. Each piece is more efficient than the next, like each one that is made, like, oh, I can see that they're really thinning it down. And the hands themselves are thin and more nimble, but the forearms themselves are not. They are thicker.
Like TVs. They went from so wide and thick to so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
It did. It is very similar to a technology that is what looked like an older style, now is a more efficient style. And as you guys are looking around, the thing that does draw your attention is you're looking down to your, not left, but you're looking west. The other side of the room, there is a stairwell that leads even deeper into where you guys are at.
I think Blackson's also checking around the room. He wants to make sure that everything that is broken, he did. Double check to make sure that no one else came in after.
It does seem like this. Everything is, you had more time in this room, and everything in here is kind of as you left it. Most of the stuff that's burnt is clear sign of how you would slash and burn something when you would do your adventures.
Yeah.
You remember there was more to it, but it was so long ago.
Whose turn for truth or dare?
Oh, reroll!
Okay.
Reroll!
10.
14.
I rolled a 2.
7.
Thank God.
What'd you get? 19.
I got 3.
Wow.
Bot got a 2.
You don't want to go deeper into the dungeon?
I don't want to go deeper in the dungeon.
So, wait, who's asking?
What'd you get?
I got 3. Bot got 2. So we've got
19.
Yeah.
All right, Bot. Truth or dare?
From Blue. Think about it. Let us know.
Guys, I'm really tired.
It's fun.
Don't walk into the light.
Do you want something like a mushroom?
Would you like some stew?
I need sleep.
We should let Isra rest while I think about this.
Oh wait, we still haven't gone back and rested.
No, someone dared me into the goddamn.
Okay.
Ooh! You should dare Bot to go lower. What down there?
No, time out. I'm an old fart, and I know through all my times and years on this planet that it's not a good idea to go into dark, dangerous-looking places that throw metal or stone balls at
There were
you
words there.
if they might kill you, and that might be happening.
You're not my dad. My dad's a genie. I don't have to listen to what you say.
Okay, fine, you don't have to listen to what I say, but why would you?
But it's cool down there.
Don't go down there.
But it's cool. What if I did? What would you
What
do
if we
about
did?
it?
What if we did?
Jenna,
What if I did?
What if?
All right, you know
Jenna?
what? Come on, no,
True.
jump.
But
Jenna,
I
we
will
can
only
fit-
answer in 8 hours after you all rest.
Thank you,
Yes,
Bot.
thank you, Bud.
Jenna?
Jenna, we going down?
Jenna.
Is this an adventure?
Yes.
Oh my God!
No,
It's an adventure!
Stop.
Cast hold
Fucking
person
idiot.
on Jenna. I cast
still
hold person
going.
on Jenna. I cast hold person on Jenna.
Cocked.
If Nova's going, I'm going right behind her.
Jenna gets stuck halfway, but Nova
I bolt after Nova.
and Blackston make their way down. And that's where we'll take a
Jesus
break. Yes. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes, y'all. That's gonna be 8:55. We will see you
I
then.
have no spell slot.
Kodak is pissed as hell. I'm royal.
Adventure! Welcome back, everybody, to Slays DnD. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a fun little dungeon crawl for us today, and we have just made our way out of the first area. Just to roleplay this a second, Jenna has started sprinting down the stairs when Hold Person got casted on her, and she is frozen on the stairwell. That is going to be, and then the rest of you guys kind of followed in pursuit. The cluster is sitting right over here, about where you guys are here, but you get down to the bottom level, and you guys can see that there is like a small light emitting from the far room. You can't see what the light is, but you can see that something is going on over there.
I'm going
That looks
over
cool.
there.
Stop. No, look, Israfel's almost dead.
No, I'm fine.
Why are you guys being so careless about his condition?
No, I'm very curious what's down
We
here.
don't have a walking band-aid with us, and this place has been here for millennia, probably. I'm sure it'll be fine if we take a
How long
couple
is the
hours.
person last?
A minute, dude.
We've already taken a short rest, right?
Yeah, now all of us are warlocks.
Yeah.
All of you have taken a short rest.
That's why I
Not
have to
Jenna.
work.
Nova, did you heal them for an extra,
But
like...
that just means that he's at a disadvantage entirely, and
All
No,
right, Bott
it's
picked
fine.
truth. Which means I get to ask you to tell me how you really feel about Nova.
Oh, shit.
all right, I
I'm
pick
running
up Jenna and I
away.
just.
I literally am running away so fast.
So, no truth.
Which way you
Move
running?
that so I can see better.
Friend.
Sorry about
Time to meet friends.
Nova, you just... Do you want to run through?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
3, 4, 5,
I
6.
I want to, though.
Nova, you get to the main room, and as...
Jenna, wait, I can't answer when you run away from me.
You look behind you, and Jenna's still held person and stuck there for a moment. And you see her eyes like looking around, but she can't move anywhere. She's like mid-sprint. Nova, perception check as you run into this next room.
Okay.
Oh, this is actually the wrong spot. This should be here.
Where is the dice?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm right behind Nova. Make sure
Okay,
she
you
doesn't
follow
What is it?
die.
Perception.
I would like to tackle. And
7.
I folks running away. I would like to stop them from running with my body.
Sure, they were all in front of you, so you'd have to catch up. So you're able to kind of like follow in behind. Nova stops when she gets to the main room, though.
Hey, Crisio. Devin already set up the second floor. We should probably just do it here.
Okay. But this is still Tony's. No.
Tony's going after what Tony wants.
Hey, look at me.
Okay. I feel
Don't
better
make me
now.
set up that other floor.
He literally only
I
has one
get it.
hand.
See, when you did that, I thought you were giving me more like, hey, it's gonna be okay, just go with it.
I thought you were being like, hey, you know what?
and
It's all right.
I felt
do what you want.
inspired in like.
I'm
it's
guilting
gonna
you with
be
my
all right.
disability.
I see.
This mom does not want to move
It's
anymore.
working less than
Yes.
the hand of I love
Shy,
you, buddy. It's-
I think that Nova is a very special person. And I know Nova found another very special person in winter. I mean blue.
Well, that's nice, Bott.
Down here, the area's still a little disheveled, but it does appear that
I feel shy about answering.
That's okay. I get it.
this bottom floor has actually been cleaned up. Blackson, the last time you were here, what's weird is you kind of trashed the place a little bit, and it seemed kind of like innate or inert when you were like messing around. But as soon as you like get down here, like, wait a second, this place seems like it's been picked up a little bit. Like something has.
Gotcha.
This is not how I left it. I don't know why the other rooms were like completely beat to shit, but something about this room has been repaired, and I don't know why.
I want to look specifically at the parts that pop out as being fixed up.
Fixed up. As soon as you break your head into the room, you saw that there was. You peek in, and you can see there was a chalice in the center, like a big goblet. How'd you push me with a goblet of fire kind of goblet?
I was gonna say that.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
That's the one. It's sitting in the middle.
One?
Huh?
A what?
A goblet.
Is it like a small goblin?
No, a big goblet.
Oh, big goblin.
Big goblet, like a big goblet of fire.
Okay.
And inside, it has been, you shattered it to pieces, and you look in, and it has been repaired. You kind of walk up to it, and the room is kind of, I don't say empty, but the walls have stuff on them, and this is an area that has ingredients. This is what was now a chemical area, and as you can see, it has been restocked. This area, this room has been used in recent times. The walls to your right and center that have big glowing fire is not fire as you look at it, but it looks like a small hole in the wall that has like a stone rock behind it, but it has like a not hollowed, but like a smoothed out wall behind it.
All right. Blackson is drawing weapon and now it's danger zone. Danger zone is like, okay, no more fucking around. No more fucking around. Be careful.
Does this mean it is my turn to ask?
I release Jenna from whole prison.
Oh my gosh, that was awful! Why would you do that?
Cause you were gonna get hurt.
There's light down here. That must mean it's safe. Don't you guys know anything about light? Light is safe.
Oh.
I'm going in.
Jenna,
Hey,
be
what's this
careful.
over here?
I got this.
Okay, first, before anyone does anything, because you guys always forget, or rather I forget, everybody gets an extra hit die of hit points.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for the soup.
Temporary.
1.
Like you get extra hit, like eat it up.
I
Yum.
got 1.
Oh wait.
Not
Is it
your
after
best
we
soup.
take a long rest that happens with me?
Short
or-
rest.
Short rest?
Yes.
You're a warlock. It's
I
mostly
rolled a
short.
Part
3.
of a short rest, I can cook special
Alright.
food for 8 creatures, and a short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8 points.
Oh, also my celestial resilience allows for me plus 15 temp HP whenever I finish a short or long rest. Additionally, choose up to 5 creatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to grant them 10 temp HP.
Wait, who's getting granted the 10
Everyone
HP?
but Jenna, because the long rest happened when you guys were like chilling at lunch or dinner with everybody.
That's right.
Oh, well, I'll take that 10.
Everyone gets 10
HP.
temp HP.
Yes.
Plus what?
1 hit dice. So for you, it would be
6.
1d8.
1d8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after Jenna. Make
Jenna's
sure
looking at stuff.
I'm going after Jenna.
Oh, sick. She's like, ooh, look at this. And she starts pulling out like pieces.
follow
this is kind of like
Jenna,
what
too.
the. Yeah, this is kind of like the last piece. And she pulls out like a big leg, like it's like a big claw-looking leg, and she's like, "This is weird. Whoa, I'm heavy.
I don't
Actually,
like-
not as heavy as I thought it would be."
I'm just gonna like the way you take a toy out of a toddler's hand, just be like, okay, that's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
very nice,
yeah,
yeah.
And she goes and grabs another one. She's like, "Ooh,
That's also
this
a
one
nice-
doesn't look. Oh, this is heavy."
I then do the same to Blackston.
Starting like
Take things from him.
taking things out of
Just
Blackson's
full on.
hand. Yeah, we're starting like, and she's like now crawling underneath this work desk, and she's like, "Wow, there's some stuff in here." And she starts pulling out like little tools and like little like
Under the
pieces.
desk?
Yeah, like under the desk of the stone, there's like a hole for like storage, and she can fit in super easily. And she's kind of like, "Oh, check this out."
But Gilderin never wrote in GIF. I don't know what that means.
I'm in the other room with Jenna.
I'm gonna go to Bott and tell Bott that Gilderin, the person who previously owned this area, did not ever write in GIF.
And I think also I'm gonna go to Isabel and be like, and you've never gone past that boulder. You never gone past
No,
that block
it was
boulder.
there when I found it.
And it's never moved ever since you found it.
No, I would have noticed.
I think you've been sharing this space with someone.
Nova, what intrigues you about this room? So to your left, you have a spot that looks like has been repaired. It has like a fresh wood, not fresh wood, but it has a wooden room. If this was 1,000 years old, this wood would be decrepit. There's moisture in these halls. It would be smashed by now. So you notice that you kind of move over to the goblet, and you see that the goblet just seems like this. It's just sitting down in the center of the room.
The goblet.
The goblet. You.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we see fire?
Investigate for me. Roll me investigation check. Do you see fire? No, you visibly do not see fire. What you do see is a hole in the wall with a like smoothed out surface.
I love this
Well,
TV show.
okay, that's not bad. Better than fire.
Damn, and fire.
10. You look over to it and you see there are some arcane runes on the side of it, and it's kind of like it has runes rimming the goblet itself, and then of course it is mounted to this plinth, and you can also see that there are runes on all the stonework as well as the goblet itself.
Is there what?
Can I try?
It's in Celestial. You
Can I try
Can
to
I
read
read
it?
I speak Celestial.
We just share something with the
No.
cloud.
don't like the word plinth?
No, I just like the idea of being rimmed with the roots and then melted.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a good Friday night.
Oh,
That
fucking
brings
okay.
me back.
Ayo.
Tony walks up behind Nova with one of those looks and was like, all right, be careful. Don't, be cautious.
Can I read it?
But at this point, yeah, you'll read it, but you're currently looking at roll me an investigation on the leg that you pulled out of Black's
I rolled a 3.
plus 7.
Plus 7.
But the work itself is an intricate, like, mandible, essentially. You're kind of like messing with the joint work a bit, and it's like a claw that comes down and it bends. And you're like, huh, it's weird. Don't like that. Nova, you're reading it. The runes they're celestial, so you're able to like discern what they're trying to get. It has an encryption that talks about it's old celestial, so it's like this is weird. This is hard to read, man. It's like reading Shakespeare. I don't know what it's saying, but I know it's asking. I'm dumb. I'm illiterate. Don't look at me, Patrick.
Could have done with Beowulf.
I could have, but fuck Shakespeare.
All right.
I don't like Shakespeare.
God, I hate Shakespeare.
Yeah, thank you. Someone did it. Anyways,
I
you're looking
understand.
through it. It's looking for ingredients to be put inside of it. It says something about where you must go, bring the ingredient of the domain where you would choose.
Is there like water in the goblet? Is it just?
Goblet's empty.
What's it say, Nova?
It says.
Put stuff in me. Go place from my domain.
I think I got some jerky from my hometown, the port of Sevier. Throw it in the goblet.
And the plane to meat opens.
As you drop it in, the goblet, it consumes it and starts to combust it combusts the meat that you have. It has no effect on the walls around.
I exit the room. Todig, truth, or dare.
You get over to Todik, who has.
And
Bott, put your hand in here.
I look around, I'm just like, I better go with truth.
You just threw something in, another goblet is
Give
lighting
me
a
a
fire.
moment to think about it.
Bott walks up and is like, hey, truth or dare? And weird question.
Can I?
I have this mandible. I could throw that in.
Sure, if you want.
I want to put my hand.
I was gonna put like a crystal in
I want to do
there.
it.
Sure, which crystal would you like to put in?
I was going to put in the like part of the Alexandrite in there.
And the Alexandrite that you received, that was from the vendor back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the vendor that you bought it from, right?
Yep.
You drop the rock in, and it consumes it like the jerky, but it has no effect on the flame.
Should I throw the soul stone
But
in there?
it doesn't like
No.
combust or anything.
It consumes it, like it burns it as
No,
if.
I only wanted a piece of it.
Oh yeah, whatever you throw in,
No.
it gets consumed.
Okay.
Oh. I suppose this soul's.
Jenna's done looking through. She
I was
pulls
gonna
out
say-
some weird stuff.
Jenna, go check on Bott. Go check on Bott.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
And I want to check any possible like either hiding spots or entryways where someone could be.
Blackston, this
Hey,
is-
Bott, what do you do with that leg?
sure.
You go start looking around. Roll me an investigation check, buddy. Start going up to the top room. Blackstone, Nova, or not Nova, Israfel, where are you?
I'm following Blackstone. I'm telling him that this isn't Gith. This isn't Gith.
This isn't Gith. This isn't Gith.
10.
10. You're having a tough time finding any like secret entrances. It doesn't seem like there is a secret entrance here. The walls are sturdy and stable. It might. You still feel suspicious about the walls because like this place should not have. It was abandoned when you left it last. So you're like, this is still
Yeah,
weird.
this
I don't
is-
like it.
This is new, and there's some other way here. Isfel, I think
What?
something's going on. I don't know if we're completely by ourselves here. And what, Patrick? What, Patrick?
Truth or dare, Blackstone?
Dare.
Put your jacket into the goblet.
Uh-oh, you have to do it.
I begrudgingly walk over.
Yes, but also no.
Here, we've made it. Blackstone, where'd you get that jacket from?
I got it from the Fae.
From the Fae.
Yeah, the Fae from the Fae.
Oh shit.
My
You
gosh.
take the jacket.
This might actually. Oh.
You take the jacket and you dump it into the. Okay. At first, it doesn't feel like anything happens, but then immediately the entire jacket consumes in a burst of greenish blue fire. And behind you, a massive portal opens up from this side right here. Not this one, but this one right here.
Oh my fucking god.
Greenish blue flames emit from this
What?
wall here.
I'd like to ready in action to smack anything that comes through that area that looks dangerous.
Can I walk through the portal?
We made it.
Oh my god, we're gonna go to the
And as you see this bluish green fire, you hear like a clink sound tick as a mandible comes through the other side. What you guys see is,
my God.
Bott, you are holding a mandible, right?
Yeah.
Well, it actually looks identically to the one that you are currently wielding.
Oh my.
And this massive creature begins to push in from the outside of
Oh,
the
that looks
flame.
cool.
And it is
What
right
the fuck?
here.
No!
is that?
Delvin the knife.
Israfel, you look
Fantasy
behind
VII.
you, and there's a massive mechanical creature that is of a similar build to the mandible that Bott was holding, and a similar construction and make that you guys were holding, that you guys have seen previously.
It's pretty
This
cool.
is essentially a giant a spider warforged that is now coming through this flaming portal.
Do I smack it?
You're not close enough.
I'm gonna...
My question is, what the fuck do we do to dig?
I'm gonna turn 360 and moonwalk the hell out of here.
All right, we're gonna be rolling initiative real quick, and this is gonna be fun as this
That
giant
one!
spider. Good start.
Ooh, that's a 10.
5.
I rolled a 9.
4.
9. Okay.
I rolled a 4.
That's okay. That's okay.
13 total.
So does that count from the Feywild?
Okay. 13 total. This thing got a 21, so that thing's gonna be going first.
Just activates it.
It's not coming from the Feywild. It's coming from somewhere else.
Good question.
Devin.
Who rolled higher?
I got
I got it. 16.
16. Okay. Nova at 16.
Yep, Bott had 16 as well.
5.
Bott had 15.
15.
Israfel had 12.
15.
13. But
13.
13.
Okay, Bott had 13.
13. Israfel at 12.
Yep.
before we get real started combat, can I send my history check to remember if I saw anything like this in the Feywild?
Sure. Go for it.
That's a lot. That's a 22.
22. You have not seen this creature from the Feywild, but as you're looking at it, this thing resembles a warforged more than anything else you've seen. There's someone manufacturing a warforged just out in the Feywild. So that's going to be Israfel 12. Who's next?
You're welcome. I saw
You rolling that one?
Yeah.
So that's going to be blue at the bottom here?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, and Todig at 4.
Todig says, hold that thing in the door until my mark. We're gonna push this thing back and throw something else at the goblet.
I'm missing Blackston. How much are you, Blackston?
10.
10. Okay.
That's a good idea.
Max. All right. It's going to be going first.
Of course
First
it is.
First things first, it's going to make an attack action form. Actually, first things first, let me move this.
I was gonna
over.
say, Israfel, get to the back.
Do you require any assistance?
Never. I'm always fine.
Oh, sure, yes.
Yeah, I'm super
So
good.
So you have 10 plus HP. 10.
Nope,
18.
Let's get the beauty
That's a
cam
lot.
going in.
Yeah, actually, we're doing
That's
pretty
more
good.
than most people.
Curse you, one arm! You
Most
are
people are not
lunatic.
facing a mechanical spider from the Wild Wild West, starring
Oh, and Johnny.
Oh, shoot.
who was in that film?
Will Smith?
Will Smith and
Margot
Owen
Robbie.
Wilson?
not Margaret Robbie. She was a
Harrison Ford.
No.
All right. I think that is good. Unless
Danny
I'm
DeVito.
gonna find out whether or not.
I love Danny DeVito.
Okay. Bob, let me know whether or not that camera angle is good enough. I'm moving my
Mark
Rockstar can out of the way.
Yeah?
That lean was not great.
Tip it up.
Tip it up a bit. Thank you guys actually for letting me know. All right, cool beans. Let's get some flames in the background though. Imagine these flames are like bluish green.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to look. It's gonna go first, and that's gonna be an attack at Israfel, as this thing is going to look at you with its.
I'm its master.
You're the closest one.
I'm its daddy.
That's cute.
I am Grindelwald. Gilderren.
That's cute. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Perfect. It's going to hit you with one of its mandibles, and it's going to skewer you with a little thing.
Cool.
You're going to be taking
I'm gonna head out.
18 points of piercing damage.
Stop.
I was just enough.
It is going to pick you up.
Wait, so you didn't get any rest? We took a short.
No, because we took a short rest.
You didn't heal yourself with your fucking hit dice?
He did.
I did. I'm a wizard.
It's going to pick you up and yeet you. So
Okay.
you get launched across the room and kind of like slap against the far wall with the
Cool.
little mandible. You are prone unconscious. You don't take any death saves from that. It wouldn't be enough to kill you
No.
or cause damage. But
Bodied.
it launched you.
Cool.
Big bigs need to go squish.
Wasn't it fun to come down here?
It's going to then do the same thing to Blackston. It's going to come right on up.
Best game
And
of
How
truth
many
today.
actions does it get?
it gets a lot of attacks.
Time to big It's a solo beast. It's got so many arms. It's a spider.
Oh no!
You knew.
It's actually gonna climb. Excuse its fat ass, but it's also it's basically a spider. So it's gonna be starting to climb right over here, and it's gonna make some sweet attacks coming in. It's gonna grab on top of everything. The first attack is going to be towards Blackston because it was the closest, as it's gonna other tendril you into the side. Hitting on
Protection. Bing.
You do
Disadvantage.
You don't get a reaction yet.
I do.
Yeah, your turn hasn't
Your
started.
turn hasn't started.
I don't get reaction.
Nope,
You
not
know
until
what?
after your
You
turn.
said you wanted to ready something.
I wanted to ready an attack, and the next thing that gets close enough to me that's hostile.
I will
that
let you
comes-
disadvantage the attack,
Aww.
or I'll let you hit a hit in.
disadvantage it.
Okay, disadvantage.
You're so sweet.
Roll a 4. So
Nice.
it's going to be a plus 10, so 14 doesn't hit though.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big old boy.
Is it?
And yeah.
I never even saw it.
It's going to then look at you, Todig, and it's going to head skewer you with the spikes on its forehead.
Hazel, look behind you.
That's going to be a natural 18, so
Miss.
plus 10, 28. And then it's going to
That's
be...
it.
Toting!
How much damage?
It's going to we'll find out. Ooh, that's good stuff. It's going to be 15 plus 3, so 18 points of piercing damage as you get these spikes from you.
And that's good.
I mean, it rolled a 1 and a 3,
Damn.
and a 5, and a 6.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, 18 damage. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
That's totally fine because another one's gonna so we start with 2 little tendrils to come down. Now we have multiple claw attacks are coming through. So now the claw is gonna start kicking in on Blackston. 18 plus 10. 8 plus 10 is 18.
That hits.
Okay. Now you have the big claw is coming down, and this one is going to. If it hits, it's gonna roll 8 plus 3, so 11 points of damage. Pretty low, unfortunately. But it is going to knock you prone and have you pinned with the front leg. So you're gonna be restrained or grappled. You'll be grappled for the first bit. Todik, same attack coming towards you.
Oh, no.
That's a natural 20.
Toting
That's a
dies.
big fucking.
That's 2 1s. So it's not great. So
Oh,
let's
no.
see. It's gonna be 4 damage here, plus 12, so 16.
4 damage plus 12?
Yeah, plus 12. Give me a second. 16 plus 6 more, which is gonna be 22,
Yeah.
plus 5.
27.
27
from a
damage.
big stab, and you will also be grappled and prone,
Wow.
as you are basically both pinched in with its large front claws. That's gonna be its turn.
Cool.
Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
That's this is rough.
Can I know what the CR is?
Higher than you can polymorph.
Well, okay.
Because polymorph, you have to be like a living creature, right? Not a construct.
You have to be like
What's
an
Bott?
animal.
Bott has sentience, but not all constructs have sentience.
That's true.
Gotcha.
So there's like your constructs and there's your not constructs.
Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
can't be a
Gotcha.
golem. All right, the next on the list is going to be Nova.
Okay. 2 ouch blast.
Okay, shoot 2 shots.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That would be.
The healing light, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna use lucky.
That's pretty
Sure.
She's so lucky.
That's pretty fucking neat.
'cause-
You did miss the
Yeah.
first shot because of that.
One of
Oh,
us.
no.
So you got it.
No, it's that's well deserved.
You're the one.
The beast is well deserved.
That's interesting.
It's a big bitch.
Todig is just
16.
annoyed.
It's only next campaign.
We came in
16?
here.
16 is not going to hit.
I'm gonna play.
24.
24 does hit.
Okay.
All right, roll some damage for me.
Okay. 1d10, that's a d8. 1d10 plus 5, 9 total.
Someone go fix the wizard.
And I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, my healing light on Israfel.
Can't you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How much
Are
are you
you
going
within
for?
30 feet from me? Yeah, I can do that.
I wasn't sure if you could do 2 spells.
If
Yeah,
one's
one's
a
a feat.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh, the other's feet.
It's
And
a-
the other one's a cantrip.
It's a-
I will
possibility.
do
Probably send it.
5
Oh, never mind,
heal
never mind.
dice. Wait, can I do that? 5d6 at once. Oh!
Okay.
Grab it!
Not me.
2, 6, 11, 17.
I'll take it.
What was the other one?
5.
22.
All right.
He's back up.
Israfel's back in the fight.
That's like a third of my health back.
Okay, Israfel's back in the game, dog. Let's get this going here. That's gonna be Nova's turn. You gonna stay right there? Or you gonna move back?
I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
Like a good. My whole movement.
Okay. Moving back.
That's
Your
my end.
head
That's
is
the end of
just
my
in
turn.
frame. Okay, that's gonna be the Nova's turn. Bott, you are up. What would you like to do, Buckaroo? You see your body is pinned.
I will rage and then Eldritch Blast.
All right, roll me an attack roll, please. That Eldritch
Well,
Blast.
first one thing first.
I rolled a
right.
14.
Oh, maybe not.
14 plus your. It's got to be more than whatever it is.
There it is.
14 will hit.
Plus 7.
So, yeah, natural 14 will hit. Okay, so that's gonna be 21. So, roll
I
damage.
rolled a 7.
All right, takes 7 points of damage.
Wow.
You see it. You hit part of its side here. I'll do some math real quick, and there we go.
Side note, this might be the best thing ever invented.
Fidget cube?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's
How did you get that?
It's mine.
Okay.
Stats, mostly.
That was Bott's turn. They are raging, and Israfel, you are up next.
I have nothing.
You wake up after being like, "Hey, that goblet turned green." Stab through your stomach, and then launched into a wall, blacking out. Finding yourself on it, like you are on the table.
Cool. I'm gonna get up
Yeah.
and try to walk away.
All right. You have
Help!
1, 2, 3. That is your movement.
Help, please!
Can I take dash?
You may take a dash
I
action.
think I will.
All right. And you are just behind Nova, out of frame.
Hell yeah!
Okay. So you are out of there. That's going to be the end of Israfel's turn. Blackston, you're up.
Alright, so I want to get up.
You're currently like held or like.
Oh, I'm being
grappled
held down?
Yeah, you're being pinned down. So I'm consider grappled, not a restrained.
Alright, then.
Movement is 0.
Gotcha. I'll Ghost Tattoo again
Okay.
to let me essentially phase through and get up.
Sure. I'll allow that. You phase straight on through. Well. Read the. How does it? How do we word
Let
it?
me
back
double
in the day?
check, because I think it says you can move through people as if they were difficult terrain, so I think I might just get half.
Can you move through magical objects?
Ooh, let me double check.
Because its armor is magical.
Gotcha.
Or its claws are. That has you grabbed. What's up?
Thank you for that information.
That didn't.
You
You don't know that.
You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. I can't be grappled or restrained. You can move through creatures and solid objects as if they were difficult terrain. If you end your turn a solid object, you take force damage. But
Okay.
it says from I don't know how you word that.
You can move through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you be able to phase throughout.
Yeah. Go.
So you're able to get up and move back. That's going to take 15 feet of movement to get through, and then of course 10 feet just to pull out of its claw. So now you have like 5 feet of movement left, and you're out of its range. No, you're not out of its range. You just get up out of its thing.
How
You
far
have
away?
10 feet of movement left.
How far away is the portal?
Portal, 20 plus feet.
20 plus feet.
Are you gonna try to push it? How are we gonna put it back? You can't put it back.
From you,
I
it
don't know.
itself is.
Oh!
I think I want to go in the portal.
Never mind.
Okay.
I think I want to go in the portal.
This is a terrible plan.
Probably is a terrible plan, but let me double check. Cause this.
Why didn't I pick up? Oh my
No,
God,
I
I'm
can't.
so
I can't
mad
do it
right
this
now.
turn.
Okay.
So I guess if it's nearby, I'll just take a swing at it. Might as well.
Okay. So
Oh, no, you
take a
can't
swing
go through the portal that will transport you to.
somewhere.
The Feywild. And we completely derailed the campaign.
That's-
Look at the fear in his eyes.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what you guys are. I just opened a portal to Feywild. Do you think I'm not dumb enough to plan behind that?
15.
15 does not hit.
Hopefully.
It takes 10 slow speed.
Okay, slows its speed down by 10.
Extra attack.
Okay,
Nope.
Nope.
both miss.
Man.
Okay, that's gonna be. You have about 10 feet of movement left if you want to move out of its range, or try to move back.
I'll move a little bit closer to the portal.
Okay.
But I stay in ghost form until the end of my next turn.
Okay, you got it. That's gonna be end of Blackson's turn. All of his movement, bonus action, and attack. Todig, you are up. That's gonna be Blue following right after.
Can I? Okay, so I'm pinned, but can I still attack it?
Yeah, at disadvantage.
magnificent.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's
Is he flanking?
swing and. Am I flanking?
Does it have armor on it?
Sure. I'll let you attack it regular.
Sweet.
No
awesome
advantage, no
sauce.
disadvantage.
And I'm gonna hit it with
rules, man.
what I'm doing. I'm gonna hit it since I got that crusher feat.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop it back 5 feet, but then I'm also juicing it up with okay. First attack is definitely gonna be a miss. It's an 8 plus 9, 17. To know.
What's the natural hit? What's the number?
8 was the natural.
17 does not hit.
Does not hit. No. Second attack. A 13 plus 9. No, that's
It's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Roll damage.
I've got a feeling. Da, da, da,
I got a feeling. It's 6 plus 5 damage. Oh, 6 plus 5 damage. It's 11 damage. And
11.
then
Does anything weird happen as well?
You know.
push that fucker 20 feet back into the portal.
All right, it's gonna get pushed back.
And it also takes, okay, so it's that damage plus...
You're gonna hit its leg and it's gonna stumble. However, when it moves over something that is smaller than it, you're gonna take an attack. So you push half of its carapace back out of the flames. Blackstone needs to make a dexterity saving throw as it moves over you.
Can we say I get advantage?
it
'cause I'm a
gets-
ghost?
Another 10 damage from my superiority dice that I roll with it. So,
Got it. Takes another 10 damage.
Damn.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Natural 20.
Okay.
I mean, it could have mattered.
You'll still take some as you get scratched a bit, but it's gonna be half of whatever I roll.
Gotcha.
and then I'd like to
So-
use my movement.
5 cut in half, 2 cut. It's magical weapon.
Okay,
so
magical weapon.
Total of 2 slashing. That was really low. What's up?
I use my movement to, like, keep it in the corner back. Yeah.
All right. You have okay, and you push up to it.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll
sounds
stand
good.
next to Blackstone so that way I can grant protection.
Sure, sounds good to me. So I'll have you stand next to Blackston to maybe grab something with a reactionary spell. That's cool with me. Then that is going to bring us up to Blue. You're up next.
Okay. I'm going to get my crowbar out,
Sounds great.
and I'm going to aim for its legs to like smack its legs
Okay.
to get it to like fall over.
It's got 6 legs,
Shit.
so it's going to have an easy time getting one hit. Also, the leg is probably as thick as you are.
Okay, let me rethink this real quick.
Just as you look at it, you're like, that's big.
That's big.
That's big and scurry.
Okay.
After they're up, it's going to be Venom Crawler's going to go back. Then it's going to be Nova, then Bott.
What if
Crawler.
Incredible.
I try to use acrobatics to get onto it and stab it a bunch of times?
Sure. What are you stabbing it with? Crowbar?
This one, psychic blade.
Psychic Blade. All right, you go over, and I'll let you have advantage on this one, so you get sneak attack.
Yeah!
Roll at advantage, so you have a second roll as well. Take the higher of the 2.
Crit.
So it was 22
Plus,
to
wait,
hit.
acrobatics.
So
I used
on the attack,
acrobatics.
it'll
You're
be...
good. You land the hit. You're able to get a shot off with this. Its legs are not necessarily difficult to hit, so you get a slice through. Roll damage.
Okay.
So that'd be a 1d6, that's a cube.
4.
Plus 5. It's...
Plus sneak attack.
Yeah,
Or
so
another
we're 9 so
D6.
far, and then how many d6 is it?
Depending on your level, I'm not sure. What's a level 10 rogue's sneak attack?
It should be
2 or 3d6?
I want to say 3.
Yeah, probably a lot.
Sneak attack is 5d6.
Oh shit!
Yep, 5d6.
All right, 5d6 it
So-
is.
6, 5, 6, 5,
Okay,
4.
it's a good dice. So 6, 5, 6.
So that's
5,
28
4.
damage and sneak attack.
Got it. All is all
And,
psychic.
Yeah.
And then 11 more on top of it from the psychic
Yes.
blade. So that's going to be 20 plus 11. It's going to be 31 in sneak attack.
Holy crap!
31 in psychic. However, as you strike it with your psychic blade, you don't feel as if the psychic damage was as effective against this constructed
It
creature.
does not have a brain.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I tell you what.
I'm gonna yell up at my crew. Be
Okay.
like, yeah, I don't think I got a brain, y'all.
All right.
Who said that?
I don't think it's got a brain, y'all.
it's blue.
Blue, if you were a little closer, maybe you'd be able to
All
see
right,
it.
it's gonna be Blue's turn. We're back to this thing. It's gonna
It
see
might
you
be
guys.
mechanical.
And what does it want to do here? With you guys all in one spot, it's gonna do a cone of poison, and it's gonna launch towards. All
I hold
of
my
you.
breath. For an hour.
Only if it was that kind of poison.
Oh.
It's gonna look at you with its carapace, and you see like, oh, that's a barrel. It's a barrel, and it's going to launch a poison attack at everybody in this direction.
Oh wow, that's everyone.
So that's gonna be everyone but Blue.
Yes.
All right, Jenna's in that mix too.
Oh
Not Jenna.
Suck it, guys.
So let's see. I need a dexterity saving throw from everybody as you get that
Except
coming at you.
Blue.
The wizard's down
I'm
again.
resistant to poison.
The wizard's down
What
again.
is it? Dex?
Oh no. You know what? I
rolled
re-rolled
an
the
8.
saving throw.
That's gonna be a
Dex saving throw?
24.
Dex, you don't have to worry about it. It's everybody except Nova and
Plus
Isabel.
2.
Oh! Haha!
24.
8 plus 2, Bott, you are going to have a partial save. It has increments of save.
I re-roll.
22 is a save.
24, yeah.
24 is a save.
Nope.
How much did you get?
I rolled a 1.
1.
No.
Ooh, not good. You're going to take the full brunt of this poison. So for you, it's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 points of poison damage. Bott, you're going to take 13 minus a singular dice of this, so it's going to be 12 points of poison, but you were going to cut that in half because you have
No lungs.
resistant poison. So you only take 6 points of poison damage as it gets into some of your internals and it stings. You rolled
24.
you're gonna get a cut of that, only 2 dice, and then that's gonna be a total of 5 points of poison damage. Okay, that's everybody. Jenna saved, but she's gonna take some points of poison damage as you see it hit her from the side and it starts to burn part of her arm. As she's like, ooh! Ah! That's gonna be.
Don't worry.
It's then going to spot you, Bott, and it is going to move over all 3 of you. You get to make attacks of opportunity as it's going to crawl around this room, and it's going to make 2 attacks at you, Bott. Everyone gets an attack of opportunity. Todik, you get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah!
You get an attack of opportunity.
It's a natural 20! Oh my god! Yeah, get it, put it there, baby. Put it there one more time for the double.
Hot damn. Also, Blue,
Holy
you also get an attack of opportunity.
Yay!
That was. Come on, do that 20. Do that 20.
1.
Miss.
Natural 1.
My gosh.
That makes sense out of all.
You missed. No, you didn't miss it.
I would like you guys to roll damage for me real quick.
That's fucking hilarious.
Makes sense after that.
Okay, so roll dice, double it, add modifiers. Roll dice, so
Roll dice.
5,
Double it, 10, add modifier.
15
5,
total.
10.
10, plus 4, 14.
14, do you want to use a superiority dice?
I don't know if I can use
Whenever
that
you
on...
make an attack.
Do you want to use your superior
Right.
dice?
Okay, yeah, then yeah, I do want to use it, and I want to
Should have fired it up.
14 from you?
trip it. And to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to smack it so hard downwards, I'm going to make it go on the ground.
That's neat.
So it has to make a strength save. Extra 2 damage.
Extra 2 damage doubled? It's doubled because it's part of the same attack.
Oh yeah, all dice.
All dice.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
yeah,
take
there we go.
4
So
more.
another 4 damage, so 19 damage. Oh man.
Okay.
Tight.
Let's see. What's it? It saved. It rolled like a 20 something plus.
DC 17.
Okay, so it saved. Anything happen? No.
Nope. On failure. Nope.
Bott, it's going to look directly at you, not be very happy with you, and it's going to attempt to make several attacks with its mandibles, and it's going to make first 2 attacks. First one's gonna hit, one's gonna miss. That's 5 plus 10, so 15 for the second hit. So the first one fails. That's gonna be 8, 10, 14, 16 points of piercing damage as you get stabbed in the ribs with one of your things.
I'm raging.
Cut in half. It's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then it's going to attempt 2 of its piercing claw attacks from the front 2 mandibles. One's going to miss again, and the other one is going to hit at 21.
That's really cool looking.
Okay. So let's see. Let's roll some damage on that one. Woo! Oh. That's going to be 11, 18, 19, 20, 24 points of damage, cut in half. 12 points of damage done to you, Bott.
Oh.
Ouch.
All right. Do you get knocked unconscious? Because I know you were hurt. You got hit a few times in the last fight. Or did you heal up all the way? But that's it from the crawler.
That hurts my feelings.
It looks directly at you, and as you get close, like it has these like 4 claws to your like mouth where it can just bite things. It hasn't bitten you yet, but it's getting dangerously close. And then that's going to be the end of its turn. Nova, you're up.
Okay. I'm just like I'm out of. He can't see me, right?
Oh, he can see you now.
Oh no.
You crawl. Emma. He climbed around, and you see this huge behemoth thing crawling, standing over Bott, stabbing Bott. Oh, Bott, also you are grappled and prone because it stabbed you with one of the claws.
I'm going to the water.
No,
Why?
Because.
That's a terrible decision.
How does everyone look health-wise?
I look like I'm about 50%.
Isra?
Oh,
Not
at
great.
the end of its turn, you see the portal is going to.
Thank
You
you.
heard me say I was going to go to the
No,
portal.
it had like 12 seconds after you put something in, or like a short period of time.
Oh.
Wait,
Actually, it
The-
looks like it's closed. I don't think we're gonna be able to even get anything in.
It's
that
closed?
Again.
You see the portal fade out.
Closed forever.
shit. Okay.
Unless that's
And it's
something-
still here, but the thing is, the portal is closed.
We can open it again.
I'm gonna kind of like back up a little bit more. No.
All right, I'm having you. You are effectively backed up to the stairs that you guys came in from.
But I can still see him, right?
Give me a second. Yeah, you still see him. I'm gonna have to move this.
Perfect. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay, throw 2 Eldritch Blast at him. Oh, this thing is all cattywampus.
Do I wanna cast Hex too? I will do that.
Take us to
hexing it.
take us to the top cam here. I'm gonna adjust it, but right now
Take
we'll
us to
slow
the
it down.
bridge.
I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Okay. You cast Hex. It is now Hex effectively.
Natural 20
Whoa, okay.
Oh!
and a 19.
Natural 20 and a 19, both hit.
Wow.
As you could probably expect.
Double that dice, and that 20 hit.
Good
Okay.
hit. Good hit.
So let's see here. Where's my D10s? Okay. Sorry. Okay. 1d10 plus 5. So let's do 8 plus 5, 13 plus 13, 16.
Okay.
One, that's on one beam.
Got it.
Do I get to do
Damn.
hex? Do I have to do hex on another
Yeah,
beam?
every Eldritch Blast that lands will get the D6 of Hex. So 16 for the first blast.
Okay.
Hitting off. You watch an armor piece of one of its front mandibles get yeeted off.
Okay. Natural 20, so 14 plus 5, 19.
Okay.
That's 21.
Okay, 21
With
more
the
points of
other
damage. As you hit one claw and you follow up on the same spot, and it hits the joint part, and you rip one of the claws off. Roll me a D6.
A 3.
3. You are going to blow off the one that Bott is not being pinned down by. On a 4, 5, and 6, it would have ripped off the other one, so
Damn.
Bott would have not been held prone. But it ripped off one of its legs with one of the shots to the main torso. That's going
How's
to
he looking?
bad. It's starting to chitter along, and you start to see some of the mechanics, like some of where you hit. Where Todig landed one of his crazy hits with his battle axe or hammer.
Hammer.
You
It's
watch
a big old mallet.
part of its carapace crack open, and you can see some of the cogs moving on the internals, and it's struggling. And it's starting to, you see it like kind of like grind in part of its joints. That's going to be it from Nova. Then bring us back to Bott. You are up. You are still prone. What's your plan,
That
dog?
was pretty dang good, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I am impressed.
Shut.
I would like to try to melee attack the leg holding me.
Okay. You are going to make 2 attacks for me, Bott. first one.
I rolled a 13.
13 is going to hit plus your modifier. Its armor class actually has degraded since you guys started fighting it as
That's
pieces.
cool.
It's a mechanical being.
That's
They get worse as they get suckier.
Wow.
Yeah.
I rolled
First
an
one
8.
hits. All right. Second one plus 8, 16
Plus 8.
is going to just hit.
Wow.
So 16 is its armor class. You brought it down. Okay, so now that it's weak enough, it has lowered its AC. So roll 2 points of damage for me. So it's gonna be two d8s.
I rolled a 5.
Plus 4 plus your rage, which is going to be
11 total.
Alright. Sounds great. 11 points of damage for the first bit.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. How much damage for the second? Oh, it's gonna be plus 5 minus 11, 6. So it's gonna be a total of 14.
Total 14.
Ooh, buddy, it is looking garbage. And that's going to be your attack action.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll me a strength roll to see if you break out of it, to see if you can get back up. Roll me a strength check. It's cocked. Ooh, not so good.
Do we have to kill this thing?
Probably.
Even though I was specifically hitting the leg.
Yeah, even though you were specifically hitting the leg. You do have advantage on your strength checks, though, because you are raging.
I rolled a 2.
That's a good thing you have advantage.
I rolled a 12.
You will succeed. It rolled a 6.
Plus 7.
Yeah. I had 16 plus 10, so 12 plus 7 is 18 to 16, or 19 to 16. But you were able to push off of it, and now you are standing ready to fight at a different angle. So that's going to be it for Bott's turn, bringing us down to Israfel. What's your plan?
We could keep it alive, study it.
Nah.
I don't think.
I am the only lovable robot allowed.
You heard the bot.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Force.
Where are you casting it?
Trying to pin it up against the wall. Kind of a diagonal.
Why do you want to keep this thing alive?
Kind of a diagonal?
Yeah, so I
the
want
only way-
all of my friends on one side, Robit on the other.
You want to pinch it off?
There's no way you can do that without having Blue get pinched.
No.
Well, if Blue gets pinched, I can choose left or right.
No.
I think Blue's on top of
It's
it.
too far to get pinched out of it. So unless you can do a straight line, can you curve it?
I can't.
You can curve it.
Not very well, though.
How much can you curve
I
it?
can't curve it.
Okay, that's on a scale of 1 and not very well. You're right. That's not very well.
Wasn't her not very well?
If you do, Blue is then trapped in with the monster.
Okay, I'm gonna hold Wall of Force.
You know what? Roll me
No, I'm gonna hold it.
roll me a perception check to see if you can even see Blue's small figure.
Nope, can't.
Oh my god.
I Wall of Force it.
Okay. So there's gonna be a wall of force. Bott, you are shunted slightly backwards as this wall of force comes through. Blue, you kind of like lean back a little bit, kind of in your fighting stance, and you feel like a wall that shouldn't have been there. And then you look at it, and as it tries to like scratch at this wall, and it can't do anything to it, and then it's like it's assessing the situation, and then it sees you.
You fuck nugget.
Hold on. It's
Literally shoved me down here.
It's in a bad place. That's Israfel's turn. Blackston, Jenna is going to do a running leap at the robot, and he's going to try to stab it with its dagger coming down, and it's going to directly bounce off of the.
Yeah, I don't think I have a crush on you anymore.
And he got knocked down.
You had a crush on me?
Isra, I'm noticing a pattern of trapping your friends. Something you want to say?
I have a friend in there?
Blue's inside that wall of force reaction. Dispel it. Dispel
Toad, I
it.
get your turn.
Dispel it now.
You haven't seen the wall of force.
Wait, did I go?
yet.
I saw, but I see
Oh,
Blue
sorry.
backing up.
Blackston and Jenna.
All right, so it's like pinched off by a wall.
You don't
right?
know that.
But did we? Okay. Did we see?
You have not
Blue?
seen any
Did
visible.
Jenna go first?
Wall of Force is not visible. Yeah.
You and Jenna. You know what? What's your dexterity?
I also had verbal semantics. They've heard me do
time
this
out.
before.
Did we see the spider go?
I mean, flavor, yes, but not like you're in the heat of the
Okay.
moment.
I tried to
We
shove it
didn't
as
notice.
close to the wall as possible.
You did. You definitely got everyone out of it, but the spider. You have a faster dex than her, but I will say that you were able to see that she bounced off of a wall.
Bounced off
Think-
the wall.
Ow! What the? What?
All right, and with that, I'm still in ghost form.
Okay.
So I want to essentially.
Where are you in ghost form?
I'm not sure. I can't see.
No,
very
like,
well.
what plane are you in?
Oh, I'm still in the same plane.
Okay.
Can you
It's
cross?
just a-
No.
You get to the wall thinking that you're expecting to cross it.
I'm going to try and go essentially. If this is the wall, if this is the real wall and the force wall, I want to like loop around that.
Okay, you start phasing through the wall where the stonework is at, and then you hit an impassable barrier in the
It goes
stone.
like a circle. Or?
No.
It goes a
long
really
line.
long way, and then you're
Really?
fucking
120 feet.
pantomiming that bitch. You are goddamn miming it, and you're like, this is still going.
Somewhere out in the field, some guy's just trying to do his yard. What the fuck?
Well, actually,
What the fuck?
given the location of where this is, maybe a skeleton walked into it by now. I don't really
It's just
know.
like,
But Blackson, you are in
compute.
fact unable to get a grip of it, man.
All right, now I'm
I'll let you
shunting.
back into the living here.
what is it, Blackston?
Well, seems that our friend is trapped by an invisible wall that looks eerily familiar.
Yeah, so what are we gonna do to it?
What's Blue gonna do?
Blue's like,
I don't know, can Blue cast?
Tony, it's your turn.
Israfel, dispel it quick!
Wait,
Blue's
whose turn
behind
is
it all by
It's
herself!
Oh!
My
Blue
leg.
is behind
I
it!
drop it.
And then with that, I'm gonna do a run up. I'm gonna like jump,
Oh,
and
it's
I'm
that
gonna like
easy.
kick
Yeah,
off of
you
the
need to
goblet
talk
and
to
do
me.
like a summer, like a front flip, like a freaking Ninja Turtle, and smash it down.
All right, I'm
as
gonna
hard
have
as
you.
I can with a
There
distracting
goes my turn.
strike.
All right, roll an attack roll. For it.
It's an 18 plus 9.
18's gonna hit.
So that's let's see, that's 8 plus 5, which is 13 plus 4 damage.
As you come down with this distracting strike, you are going to see its face that was looking at Blue, who's the only thing in their little like triangle of defense, and you come down with a hammer right on the noggin. You smash the metal face that it has, and you rip the chunk of its face out, and you see like part of its part of the cabling and the hydraulic fluid that was putting this thing together breaks and starts spewing out like a weird oilish liquid. It blows up. It does it. It blows up.
If only there was a wall of force protecting me.
That would have killed her.
Now you all die.
Where's my little black stick? Yay! My little black stick.
Eat a dick, Devin.
This is 5 inches. It has a 6-inch, a 30-foot,
Ah, shit.
30-foot,
What you get?
30-foot boom.
I don't get it.
That's gonna be you, and everybody is gonna make dexterity
me.
saving. Yeah, not Nova. Everyone makes a dex save for me, please. Ah, beautiful stuff.
Wait a second, I'm a
My combat
protection
always
guy.
goes like this.
15.
I will allow you to give protection to Blue if you want to give her advantage on her save.
No, I think that's, I don't know if that
I'll
works
allow
for this
it.
thing. Okay, I give protection to Blue. I'm just like, no!
Blue, you are the closest. You get a dexterity saving throw against it.
Okay.
All right.
Because I rolled a 4.
Cool.
Reroll. Oh, I rolled a 17 plus.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 16.
Fuck me.
What's your dex mod?
Oh, shoot. 10. I'm good.
10? Okay, good. That's
22.
plus 10, you said? Plus 10, so 15?
It's plus 5.
So 10 total, so that's,
yeah.
it's so...
Your dex save is plus 5?
15.
Alright, so here's how this is gonna go. It has a certain amount of d6 per how well you succeed. If you guys roll 15 or higher, you only take 2 dice worth.
You only take 2 dice?
So you only take 6 total. Who rolled less
I
than 15?
rolled a 7.
Plus your dex modifier, Bot?
Plus 2.
That's gonna be an extra dice. So anyone between 10 and 15, so that's gonna be a third dice. So you are going to take 6 plus 4. You can take 10 poison. And then
Bott's immune to poison.
I rolled a 16.
16. So you're only going to take 6 points of poison damage. And then whoever rolled less than 10, Bot, you're resistant.
Resistant and raging.
Oh.
So one
No,
more
yeah,
dice.
it's nothing.
10, 15. Bot, you're only going to take 15 cut in half, so it's going to be down to 7 points of poison damage from the...
And raging?
It doesn't affect poison.
It's just the physical, like slashing.
Yeah, slashing, piercing,
Piercing,
bludgeoning.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Okay.
doesn't affect that though. So it's going to eject all of its poison out of its body as it erupts into a small,
Just splue it all over us?
small splooge of poison.
It's blue
Kevin.
down me.
Yeah,
Ew.
It's blue.
How's Jenna?
that's a good question. Jenna. It's cocked again, man. These dice are in
Please,
here. So
please, for the love of God.
it's cocked again. The dice are causing it to be. Oh, that's all right. She is gonna look pretty good, and she's only gonna take. It would have been the first dice set, so it only been. She only takes a little bit of poison damage, as her small frame was able to just kind of curl up into a ball and only got a little bit on her. So she's only taken 3 points of acid damage, and it lands on the other arm, and she's like, ah, the other arm! Ow! This is awful! Is this what you guys do?
This is what it feels like when you cut jalapenos without gloves.
Oh, this is awful!
It's like hot hands.
That's what you do.
It hurts.
Okay. At this point in time, the thing's body just kind of like crumbles into itself, and it's just laying there.
Well, I had fun playing Truth or Dare.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't.
I didn't have
This
fun.
was awful.
Yeah, I think
Is this how all Truth or Dare ends?
Someone lied.
Which one of you did it?
so. But back to your original question, what the hell should we do now? I think we should all go and take a rest before we go any further.
I agree.
Do we want to rest in a place where there's a portal, a giant death machine
Well,
can
no,
come
that's
through?
why
Well,
we're
actually,
going to...
I believe you're the one that caused that to happen.
Yeah.
I was just looking at cool legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait a second. The legs I found look a lot like
That
that.
sounds like a good
Those legs.
idea. It's
Thank
gross
you.
down here.
Who made me put the jacket in the goblet?
The Nova.
Did you put your jacket in the goblet? Did you put your jacket in the goblet, Baxton? Tony says that calmly.
Wait, I didn't ask you to do
Yes, you
that.
did. You started Truth or Dare.
I didn't ask you to do that.
Oh, who did that?
Isra.
I'll never know.
I started Truth or Dare.
Oh, Bott did it then.
I'm gonna smack Isra in the back of
We
the head.
can keep pointing fingers all we want all day. But instead, what we should do,
I just wanted a sleepover, heathens.
I understand.
Everyone just
bud.
standing around this thing's like
My birthday.
dilapidated body.
Do its arms look like the arms we saw?
Yeah. Yeah, the legs that you guys have are definitely legs of this creature.
Was it wearing a name tag?
No.
Oh.
Did not have a name tag on it. In fact, it just looked like a big spider.
Israfel,
It's so creepy looking. Spindly.
will you guys feel better if I bring this back with us so that way we can study one while we're resting?
The entire spider?
Sure.
No!
No, you get it away from me.
I'm gonna take the cup.
You're gonna take the cup. I think the cup has to stay here.
You already made jokes about what the goblet being mounted.
Wait,
And
is
it
that-
didn't get moved in the explosion.
It just has little goopy bits all over it. Actually, you look over and you see that the
Wait, the goopy bits went inside the goblet?
Oh no! It opened a portal to the plane of venom!
God. Oh my God!
well, actually, nothing happens.
Oh.
You do watch the goopy goo go inside of it, and you watch it like, and all of you for a second are like, and then you wait like.
It's fine. It's fine.
stopped.
All right, let's
my
all
second
go.
jacket.
Let's go all and get some stew. All right, let's. Come on, you guys.
Is it cold in here? I can't tell.
And then all of a sudden,
That's
you guys.
blood loss.
And then all of a sudden, after you guys kind of like, oh, you watch the fire of the goblet get consumed. You do see the portal. It's going to reactivate.
Son of a bitch.
Alright, before we can...
No.
No!
Are we going in?
And as it reactivates,
I'm going!
just kidding. This is just a joke.
No, God,
Wait,
no.
does it reactivate?
It does reactivate.
Does reactivate.
Are we going
Blax is
inside?
going to...
No.
Blax is going to remember the time how long it took to disappear. He's gonna step inside real quick.
Okay.
And then step right back out.
Blackston, what the
before-
fuck?
But actually, it's not the big portal. There's a second portal on the other side. The smaller portal opens up.
Smaller portal.
Smaller portal. Yeah, there was a different smooth-sided thing. There's
Yeah.
a really big one and a small one. What's going to happen is through the small portal, which is a little farther away from you guys. Why the fuck is that mini? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? It doesn't matter.
Suddenly, John Stamos walks through the flames.
Danny DeVito
This
comes
isn't
through
the backstage.
You guys hear the sound of the portal whiff back up, and I would like everyone to roll me a perception check. Please. Did you guys all turn?
I rolled a 7.
Rolled a
15.
15's good.
22.
22?
7.
7.
11 total.
11 total. Not bad. It's good enough. You guys look over, and you guys, oh no, anyone that rolled like, I don't know, 15 is like, oh no, that's awful.
Oh,
That's
God.
not again. But this is a different one. What's gonna come out of here? And you see a metal foot come through. And eventually, an old-looking model of a warforged steps through. And it looks at all of you confusedly. Those of you who did see it first or that rolled high enough, you were able to see that its body is clunkier and just slightly less, not the word for it, not effective. Its body is slightly more janky. It's aged and it is made of a design that looks inferior to Bott's build. And it's gonna look at all of you and say, what are you doing in my place?
We can take it. It's old.
No, shh. Wait.
Why are you here? And
Hello!
Hello. Why did you care to explain why you killed my beast?
Oh, he's trying to kill us.
What is your name?
Gildarin.
Who the fuck are you?
Huh?
I'm Gildarin.
Yeah, okay.
This is my temple.
Oh,
this
this
is my
guy's-
home.
This guy's like a
This
big
guy's
fan
like
of
your
yours.
biggest fan.
There's only room for one lovable warforged in this party.
He looks over to you. You're a neat one, aren't you? And he kind of like begins taking a step forward. You actually look over his eyes, and he has like a headpiece on, not a helmet per se, but like spectacles that kind of come down. He kind of zooms in on you, and before he gets too close, he starts. You're one of her models.
Her? Who's her?
Well, the one who made him.
You know my mom?
Gildarin.
I know the person who trained your mother.
I'm your mother.
I am not your mother.
Are you
more
my
clear.
mother?
Wait. Are you?
How'd you meet their mother?
Well,
Funny story.
it is a long story.
You know who trained Callista?
Yes, I do. She was, I suppose, what would that make us? Am I your uncle? Is that how that works?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
This is weird. Please, if you'd like, come with me. I'd like to talk to you. There's a lot to catch up on.
You are Callista's brother? That makes no sense.
No. I was made by Livia. She was the one that trained Callista. And then Callista made a new design. She was wonderful.
Your cousins.
This is
That makes more sense.
No.
there's no lineage here. We're
We're literally robots.
we're of different people. This is odd. And the portal behind it fades down. Right. So what? I need to ask again. How did you find this place?
We moved some rocks.
Right.
Yeah.
This place is in the middle of nowhere. How
Where
long?
is this place?
Somewhere on the material plane.
Yes.
The southern hemisphere.
How long's it been here?
Well, that's
You live under a cult.
What?
Nope.
What year is it for you?
It's... Oh man, terrible news. You thought 2020 was big? Oh man. Oh, it's 2022, dude.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, that would actually explain a lot of things. You see him puzzled for a second, and he goes to like the think face, and where like you'd kind of like have little ponder like questions. It's just like clinking metal, just dink, dink, dink. Well, that's Well, so, someone destroyed this place like a couple years back, but that was like 20 days ago for me.
Blackson's backing up. Oh.
Right?
What?
What do you... Bott, this robot looks over to you and like in desperation. Do you not know what's going on? Do you not know how this works?
How what works?
What he is. She?
Them.
What is
Them?
going on?
No, what is Bott? We that's what we're trying to figure out this whole time.
No, we know what Bott is.
Bott is friend.
Okay, good to know.
I'm sorry, you're not organic in the least bit.
Not at all.
I know about my soul gem mostly.
That was after my time. I was unable to replicate what Callista could do with those kinds of things.
Oh.
She was the mastermind that created the soul gems. We had a falling out between me and the people that made me. Do you not know?
You got some explaining.
I see that I do. Oh, my poor baby. Give me a second. He kind of like, you see him walking, and he walks with this intense limp because his body is not as refined as he would hoped. You see like parts of his body where they're meant to be repaired, but he's not just perfect yet. He kind of pushes past everybody, and he walks up to the destroyed creature before him, and you see him kind of like,
It exploded.
Excuse me, sir.
Seems like a design flaw.
no, it's a defense mechanism. It's not.
Didn't work very well.
Honestly, the explode is the goal. This is really. How did it fare? Did it hurt?
You said that it didn't work very well. Look, my shell. It's. I'm gonna have to wax this.
Did
for
this
like
thing
8 hours.
live?
It almost.
Well, I
killed
mean,
some of
it
it.
seems like it was teamed up on, and he goes over to
You gotta throw it to the
Oh no,
ground.
to be fair, it attacked us
You
first.
blacked out.
It is a defense piece. It defends anything of a foreign area inside of my workshop. This. Oh, Dad, don't worry about it.
Why did you never write anything in Gith?
Simple. Because the Gith came. The language of the Gith came along after I did.
Oh my.
The story of the Gith followed they were enslaved by a group of the Lithids. Are you familiar with what Lithids are?
Yes.
They are garbage creatures.
From space.
What happened was there was a small group of slaves. They were the Githrazi. They
Right.
did not have their own language. They were thralls of this people. Are we following?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Cool. What happened was, eventually, a small group of Githrazi were able to escape from the enslavement of the Mind Flayers. When they fled, they found a small swamp. In this swamp, it was a portal to the Feywild. While there, they had infinite time to work on what they needed to. The Feywild works in freaky deaky kind of ways.
Yeah.
That is the best way I can describe it. What was maybe okay, it's not consistent.
No.
Is that a scientific term?
Freaky deaky.
For the Feywild, yes.
It is a Fey term, a freaky deaky. It is. It's a Fey term.
I said a Fey word.
It's fine. The Fey is just nice. Is he all right?
No.
He really hates the Fey.
There's
He's also your biggest fan.
good.
So he's very conflicted right now.
So
am
you're familiar with my works then?
Yeah, I've been kind of copying all your books. I've got a few on tape. I
Interesting.
published them. I'm getting the rights.
Interesting. I could care less. Well, what happened is the Fey time, when you go in time back, the last time I remember being here was that hunt, like, I think years, which was only either a couple days for me or years for me. It depends. It's a flip of the switch whether or not it's going to be slow or it's going to be fast. In the time that they traveled to the Feywild, it was slow for them, which gave them ample opportunity. Livia, she was the first. She started working on constructs. She was creating essentially something that was immune to any form of mind enslavement.
Okay.
That would be useful against those methods.
Right. They have a psychic ability to be able to control your mind. And being able to stop that is ideal. So she went into the Feywild, she worked and worked and worked, and eventually she created me. I was the first full form that had sentience, but there were far before me. In fact, one of the places that the Lithids had issues was, in fact, their ships couldn't fly low enough to the ground in order to find. That's what made the dense forests of the Feywild such an effective place. Have you guys encountered anything?
Wait, is she still alive? In the Feywild?
No. No. She went back, and she was the one who founded.
Oh.
She was the one who founded Paxium. She was one of the first to rescue the groups of Githrazi from, with a small army of constructs. I was the one leading the charge as a sentient being. I was the first one that she was able to create. We freed the slaves from the Illithids, and we fled back into the Feywild. There, time sped up the second time it went through. So we were there for maybe a couple days trying to flee, when maybe 20, 30 years have passed when those Illithids were gone. So when we came back, we took all of their livelihoods, so they left and abandoned the area. This gave us a chance to settle, and this was known as Paxium. This was the place that we lived.
Right.
From there, we created a city, and from there, we were able to push out any Illithid activity on the planet.
Sounded like you had a lisp. Illithid activity.
Yes.
Sounds like a licit.
That was what happened.
I hated that. Thank you.
We eventually, I was the one who led the charge against the Elder Brain. The Elder Brain is what keeps all the Illithids together. It is the hive mind, is what controls them. We struck into their main area, their home. We captured it. This is where I was exiled from Paxium. What happened was, after we captured the Elder Brain, I saw in the years of my life the destruction that it dealt with, and the people it killed, what it slaughtered, and the powers that it held. In that time, the leaders of Paxium, Livia at this point was not in control. She was one of the people that brought, but there were many other politicians and leaders, and eventually became a very strong democracy. Or republic, sorry. In this republic, they voted, and they decided they wanted to keep the Mind Flayer alive and see if we could harness its energy for psychic powers.
That's a terrible idea.
For a period of time, that's what they did, and they took its psychic energy and created an abomination. This abomination they used to harness energy. And this energy was what they used to power the city. I was one of the minds that worked together on creating the city. I created the infrastructure, but I was disgusted with myself every time I did it. At the center and the heart of the city, the Elder Brain resided, and I wanted nothing to do with it once we had it, and I exiled myself from the society, moving far away. I moved back to the Feywild. From there, I was able to find different things and explore the worlds for myself. And eventually I went back to the material plane and settled here, found myself a little place. This goblet, as you guys miraculously figured out, if you put something from a different realm, different domain, it will open up a portal that I have placed. I've been to very many, and it opens up to one of my different homes, essentially.
So the Elder Brain is still alive, and that is why the Mind Flayers are looking for it. Is that why they destroyed Paxium?
No, that wasn't what happened at all.
What the fuck?
Did the Elder Brain, take control and make it go pop?
No. The heart, the central crystal. They took the Elder Brain and they crystallized it, using it to harness energy. I have never been able to recreate the type of crystals that Callista was able to make. Those were her design. She had some miraculous abilities. But inside the crystal, we were able to harness it, and that's how they powered the city. It was like a massive fuel source. Eventually, there was a small rebellion within half of the city, or not half the city, half of a faction. The Githyanki. They did not want anything to do with the Elder Brain. They thought it was a sin, a travesty, and eventually...
Wait, is my crystal part Elder Brain? Is that how it links all these souls and minds?
Might be. Give me... let me look at it. So he goes over and kind of like hobbles to you, and he can see that this crystal is sitting in your chest, and he kind of like takes his zooms in. This is Callista's work. That's all I know. It's not... Huh. Looks closer at it. Huh. It's arcane. So, it seems that she was able to create a form of arcane crystal. Previously, all magic was done through a psychic energy that was funneling from the Elder Brain. But this is arcane in nature, not psychic. Which is good. Because the psychic energy, that is what caused an entire civilization to be eradicated from the world. The Githyanki, small subfaction of radicalists, they went into the crystal. They broke in and made their way where they began to destroy this crystal. They cracked it, damaging it, and from there a giant rupture took place, destroying the city, fracturing the planet, and eviscerating any life form within, I don't know, half the planet, maybe. I don't know. I was fortunately on a different realm of existence when this took place. I was either in the plane of the celestial plane or some primordial plane, exploring around. But I had nothing. I had no idea. So when I came back, one of my workshops destroyed, in shambles, cut into pieces.
Insight check.
On what?
Sure, roll me an insight.
This guy lied.
I rolled a 6.
6. He seems to be telling the truth. When he talks about not being there, he wasn't there. I don't think anything with life force could have survived. Nothing did. When I came back, the entire world was fractured, where there used to be continents cut in half, almost as if each continent was relocated around the world. The world was shattered. And when I came back, my stuff was in disarray. I left to the Feywild, came back again. Thousands of years passed, there seemed to be some settlers. And from there, I've kind of pieced out of the material plane. Coming in from time to time. Slowing it down. Researching.
It's a lot ticking. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of happening here.
Yeah. He's kind of, you see him kind of like tinkering with his crawler, and he's starting to fix it up a bit. You see him pull out some tools, and he's kind of like reattaching the head to it. And eventually, after like 10 minutes of giving this monologue and repairing, eventually the crawler comes back to life, like slightly lifeless, and it just kind of like a dog laying on the floor, just kind of lifts its head up and acknowledges, and he gives a little pat, and he's like, "You did good. You did your best." So, how'd you find this place? I thought this place was in the middle of the
He
woods.
was using. Well, I think he just ended up. I'll let you answer, Phil.
I still don't believe it's you.
Roll me an insight check.
Cast a spell.
What are you gonna cast?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh.
A bag of tricks, huh? What
Yes.
would you like to see?
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
Bag of tricks, and I
What
throw
the
a
fuck?
fuzzball down
Throw a fuzzball. Roll me a d8.
Why?
because he said bag of tricks. An 8.
What is it?
Is that how you rolled an 8 before? Or is that new?
Why are we doing this?
That's a good question.
Actually, I do think that is like
I'm so
That's a
confused
big thing.
with everything.
Is it big?
Good.
it's a brown bear.
Brown bear. The
My brain just went.
sure. He casts magic missile. You see his hand open up and energy distribute, and and you see this bear like pop up, and then disappear immediately. Magic missile.
The bear
Isra,
disappeared.
are you saying you don't think a warforged can be a powerful wizard? I'm insulted.
Why'd you write down all your spells then? Why is there a teleportation circle?
That was how my friends would visit me from Paxia. Long, long ago. That was for my visitors.
And the books?
Books. Ah, the books. I'm sad to say this, but my memory is not as good. I was the first model, and my memory isn't great. So I have to keep all of my books, writing down even the simplest of things. You'd be surprised what you can forget. It was something around after 1,000 years of wandering. It felt like 1,000, I don't know. Eventually, I forgot. Oh, what spell was it? Mage Hand. The first one that I learned. Forgot how to do it. From then on, I started writing down spells of different difficulties just to make sure that I didn't forget them.
Well, thank you.
Did you find them?
I learned them.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I would like to see. Do you have one of those fuzzballs again?
I pull another one out.
Let's see it then.
What?
Miss a magic missile.
Okay.
I have 2 more.
Well, you have one left.
Throw one.
Roll me a D8.
And the D8 is gonna be.
Brown bear.
Nope, it's gonna be a lion.
Oh my god.
Lion pops back up.
Oh, I feel bad. Magic missile!
And as 3 magic missiles hitting onto this.
Fluffy Stew, no!
I have seen many a magic missile in my day, but I can tell when someone has studied from my hand. That is, in fact, my enchantment. This is crazy. I haven't taught anybody. It's interesting.
Your Celestial's pretty easy to follow.
Well, that's good.
I can attest, I read it.
Really?
On the way here.
I have no idea who you are.
Oh.
Have a go, Peach.
Modern gold, you can use this for some other things. Oh, thank you. It's hard to find in some planes. Takes it. It's a good spell piece.
So, here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
You have some new neighbors. They might not be as accepting to your whole vibe right now.
As long I don't care one way or the other when it comes to neighbors.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been on this plane if it wasn't for the fact that I saw one of my planes activate,
Right.
and then looking that I was missing one of my crawlers.
Right.
Yes, you see.
How many do you have?
Depends on the plane, really. So the crawlers are truly for defending the plane.
Okay.
So for example, I have a place in the Feywild.
Okay.
Where that is at,
Yes.
there's one, because there's not a lot of things in where they're located.
There's not a lot of things in the Feywild.
What have you heard of the Feywild?
They'll steal your name right from your mouth.
That's not all Feywild is like that.
Some of the Feywild is like
Some
that.
of the-
He said it.
There are
You
some.
make very broad generalizations about groups of people in Israel, and I think we have to have a talk about that.
It's fine. The Feywild is hardly dangerous.
Hardly.
Hard.
Every plane is dangerous. Don't get me started on the elemental plane of fire. My goodness. You would burn up alive.
Are there any other Githyanki left in the Feywild?
No. Or if they are, I haven't found them. The Feywild is a vast place with very weird, freaky-deaky explanations, and
Terrible.
I personally don't know. I couldn't imagine if I haven't seen them, I haven't heard any rumors, and trust me, I have sent out many of questions to all of those that happen near my place. I've looked for them, I can't find them. If they are, they're not there.
Hey.
Hey.
So, this is gonna be weird. Hear me out.
Sure.
I used your office for like 10 years
To do.
to learn things.
Uh-huh.
Do you want some Mind Flayer bones?
How fresh are they?
They're pretty clean.
Are you talking about Gamak and Melon?
One of them.
I might be able to do something with
You
it.
can't.
I have to.
No, you can't.
We love them.
They're a package deal, Israfel. God damn it!
I don't know if I need anything with the lithids. I thought honestly they went extinct years ago once we cleared them out.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So you've encountered?
Yes, we've killed like 4.
So you've
Whoa,
killed
I
4?
thought it was just like 2.
Oh no,
The one was already dead.
That counts.
I don't know if that counts.
It counts.
That's like saying we stopped the war. We just
did.
kinda
We got paid for that too.
We'll see.
Dignity.
If you've encountered them, that
That's all
must
you get.
mean something is out there.
Yes, 2 of them.
So did you speak with them?
Yes,
What
one is
happened?
named Dr. Octopus,
Ah, yes.
and the other is
Electro.
named Mr. Squidface.
MR Squid.
Huh, what
Mr.
Mr.
Squid!
Squid, got it. Mr. Squid and Dr. Octopus.
I don't think this was their Christian names.
Seems like a
that
bastardized
mean?
name for them.
That thing that you just said.
What was their real names?
That was prologue, dude.
Mr. Squid and Dr. Octopus. So you've encountered them in your lifetime, is that correct?
Yes.
So, oh, this is awful. This is
Oh
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, it must have been like, what, a couple months ago?
So they haven't gone extinct yet.
No.
We have not seen them on any plane that I have
Oh
dealt
no,
with.
they're here. They've been
That's-
feeding.
I wrote it down somewhere, but it's
That's
buried in
good.
my bag of holding and I don't want to dig it out.
Do you know what they're looking for?
Well, the dead ones wanted to be reunited with the mother brain.
The elder brain, I think.
Elder brain.
The Elder Brain, so it's not destroyed yet.
I don't imagine it is. At least
This
they don't
is
think
exactly why I wanted to destroy it in the first place.
it is. I'm with you on that one.
This isn't good. Well, if that's the case, please. I think we have a common enemy.
It's the Fae.
That is
It's
not
not the
It's the Lithids. Just so we're clear.
Isra, no.
Just so it's, it is without a doubt the Lithids.
But that, if there was a tier list.
You should try
Well,
paying
I'm sure that
attention.
not all of them are bad, right?
Can I have you? I'll show you to my office, please. Come this way. Give me a
to the
second.
Feywild?
No.
Oh.
To my,
God.
to my main home. He goes
Okay.
out, grabs a
You
little.
need some oil? You look a little bit.
Vegetable.
No, actually. Unfortunately, my old design, the fact that I'm still hobbling at this age, is more impressive than anything.
So you don't need any lubricant.
No, the lube doesn't do nothing on me.
Oh. Got it.
Let's go to your office.
Okay, he goes over to the goblet and he sprinkles in some what looks like sparkly dust and just kind of glazes that in there. And you watch it combust, and he begins. Please follow me. And he heads into the small portal again.
What color are the flames?
It is black with
Oh,
a
thank
white
God.
sparkle.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
And you guys walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Alright.
And as you guys walk in, you head into this dome. Like you walk in and you see stars just lining this place. And that's when we leave off tonight's episode. You guys walk in and there is just a globe, almost like
Solarium.
That's the one. You thought you were in my head.
Listening.
Inside you walk in, there's stars everywhere, and we'll find out what happens or what plane of existence we have moved to.
It's not the
on
Feywild.
Next week on next week's episode of Twitch Slays DnD. If you guys enjoyed tonight's episode, please hit us up on Discord. That is a wonderful place where you can vote. Actually, Bott had some choices tonight, and in fact, Bott can make more choices in the future. On any level up, they make choices moving forward, stuff like that. We are starting to uncover some elements of the world that, let's just say, is interesting. So, we will find out where this adventure takes us in 1 week from now on next week's episode of Twitch Slays DnD. We will see you guys then. Good night, everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
next
good
Wednesday.
night. Happy birthday, Gianna.
Happy birthday,